I would come and visit my brother out here. Wanted to be, so he would say to me, "Well, why don't you come?" Oh,
Family show.
Family show. Sorry. Man, it's not good or whatever. It is.
Most of it is poop, Vito. You're right.
Yeah. So then he said to me, "Why don't you come out here and make pizza?" And then I go, "What are you talking about?" It's like, this seems like, hard to do. And he goes, you're putting engines in cars. You have to remember, so many nuts and bolts and whatever you're doing. He goes, once you learn, you're done. And I said, yeah, this seems a lot easier, At least you don't have to work in the elements where it's hot and then it's cold So then I came out one day out of nowhere, didn't know anything. Knew how to cook. And then I just opened up a pizzeria. If I knew what I knew now, I would never have done it.
No, I hear you, because it is exhausting. Now, this is a very important question in our household. Do you eat flat or do you fold?
Do I flat?
Yeah,
I fold.
You fold.
You gotta fold.
Rich said it's like if you're a New Yorker, you have to fold.
Yeah. You have to fold.
It's harder. It's harder to fold, obviously, after you have a thing sitting in a box.
True, but if you fold, you eat it twice as fast, and you end up eating a lot more.
Yeah, well, how do you think I got this big? Think it's by accident.
So, what do you believe, and this is probably a loaded question, but I'll ask it anyway. Best sports food to watch an event?
Oh, come on.
Now, let me give you this. Pizza, calzone, or Big Ziti? Start, bench, cut. That's it. Oh, thank you. Start, bench, cut. So, do you start, do you bench, or do you cut?
With what?
Pizza, calzone, or Big Ziti?
Well, it's funny because when people have parties, they order all three. Our calzones are really large. You're lucky if you can eat half of one, right? It's a lot.
Is that a challenge? I'll take it.
My calzone's as big as you.
All right, we got 90 seconds to go. Start, bench, cut. What do you think?
So I think that for me, I start out with like a Big Ziti for let them have it, then do the calzone, and then you could sit back and eat the slices as you go along.
Okay, but what's your favorite? Start. What are you going to start?
Like I said, for me, I like a calzone. I eat Big Ziti every other day. Yeah. It's not because I don't like it. And we have the best Big Ziti in town.
You have a really good Big Ziti. Mikey's got a good Big Ziti.
No, like I said, it's good, but it's a hard choice. I'm a person of mood. Like, what mood am I in? Even with the pizza, it's like I might want like the Garibaldi. I brought it with jalapenos and meatballs.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Meatballs.
So I brought that. I brought 5 pies. That's enough for all you guys.
Vito, we're taking it down.
For real. Wow. I just wish we could have brought the cook, but somebody had to watch the house.
There are plenty of other times that we can have all you guys down here. Guys, thank you for taking this edition of the Rich Eisen Show. Pizza for everybody. And don't say I don't do anything for you guys.
Thank you.
That's it? Can I leave?
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate those who go above and beyond for us every single day. One of my favorite moments of the draft is the military moment, when we pause from all the proceedings and applaud those in the military who stand on the stage and deserve all the love that they get. For over 90 years, Navy Federal has proudly supported the entire military community. In fact, if you're active duty, a veteran, or part of a military family, you're eligible to join. Navy Federal offers members-only exclusive rates, discounts, and tools to empower its members and help them reach their financial goals. This May, in honor of Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union is lowering their VA rates by 0.25%. At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Hey folks, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Breaking news. We have breaking news. Employee pricing plus rebates. That's huge savings on new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. You heard it first. Big savings. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay plus rebates. Huge savings here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is also Jeep season. We have plenty of the new 2025 Jeep Wranglers on our lot. So it's top off season. So come check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Drive a little, save a lot.
Hey buddy, it's me, your foot.
What? Are you okay?
Not so much. These old shoes are killing me.
But I've had these for years.
Years? I've been stuck in these things and now I'm screaming. You need custom fit shoes, my friend. And we're not talking one size fits all here. You need comfort, support, and most importantly, freedom.
Well, how do I get that?
Head over to Fleet Feet. They'll make me feel like $1 million and keep you running strong.
Fleet Feet at the Old Gordon's Golf location on Arlington Boulevard. They custom fit every shoe for your unique foot. Visit Fleet Feet and step into comfort. Your feet will thank you.
The Danny Beal Show.
Seattle Mariner pitcher, Wyatt Shankman.
I think you forgot a part of the last name there.
If you want to go Lunsford Shankman, I guess you're one of the guys that has like the super small font on the back of your jersey because you can't fit how long your damn last name is.
You should see my last name on the jersey here. It's
like the Crow Armstrong one where it's like down to the middle of your back.
Yep, all of it.
Yeah.
The Danny Beal Show, exclusively on the Pirate Radio TV channel on YouTube. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Big now.
Well, hello, Shirley. It's been a while.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And we got left side.
Strong side.
What's up, Chandler? How you?
You need to write a song called Super
Zach Kaplan.
I will read it verbatim. The Masters tournament is special.
Oh, you'll read it what?
Verbatim.
Verbatim?
How do you spell that? That word you just said, how do you spell it?
I have no clue.
Say it one more time. You're going to read it
verbatim.
That's how you said verbatim.
Is verbatim. That's what I said.
No, you did not.
I said verbatim.
Nope.
No. None.
Hey, and she can take her crew like a true captain. No surprises. Just
hold on. She can take her crew.
There's no bones off of my back.
I'm not talking about this.
Correct. Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville. 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. Come hang out with us on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. What is on your mind on this Tuesday? How you feeling about East Carolina and South Florida coming up later tonight? How you feeling about the Canes? Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final against the Florida Panthers. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals in the NBA tonight, if you care. What else is on your sports mind on this Tuesday? Let us know at Pirate Radio TV. We'll be talking to you for the next 3 hours. All right. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got Jarrett here. Jarrett, I love your polo.
Yeah.
Little Chargers-ish. I'm surprised you would wear that.
I was going more Hornets.
Okay.
Kind of teal.
Okay. And the Mully man, Mike Mullis, joins us here on the program. What's up, Mully?
Not a whole lot. I don't think y'all are close on either one of those calls on that shirt.
Nice.
I don't see the Hornets, and I certainly don't see the Chargers.
All right. Well, good to have Mully back here disagreeing with every little thing you say.
It's seafoam.
This is like a Seinfeld episode. Yeah. Everybody's calling out their colors. You don't see the Chargers powder blue and yellow in that shirt?
No.
Not really.
All right.
No.
It's my Easter shirt. So
I really don't know that there's any team affiliate. It's a good look. It's a solid shirt.
It's a good shirt.
It's a good shirt, but I don't see any team affiliation there. Maybe it would be like a color rush for somebody, or
like
a
Titans,
City Direct, or something. maybe some type of alternative.
All right.
Look.
How about maybe the Tampa Bay Rays hat where they have the.
I think it's just a pure stretch.
You know what, folks? We'll never figure it out, so we'll just move on. It's a great shirt.
Appreciate it.
Love the shirt. Mully, good to have you back in studio for the first time in a while. Is your at least announcing / coaching schedule opens up a little bit with Pirates no longer playing here at home, and D.H. Conley unfortunately going down on Saturday.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, things just when you're mired in the middle of it, it's just like you're literally in the eye of the tornado, and then all of a sudden it just comes to a fairly abrupt halt, on both ends. So, yeah, little weird feeling, but it's got plenty to do.
Plenty to do. Always something to do.
Get ready for the next season.
And it's a beautiful day outside. They just showed the water down in Clearwater, which made me want to be around some water. And right now, it's been a good day so far for the lower seeds as of this moment on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. 5-seed Tulane took down the 4-seed FAU 6-3. All Tulane does is win in Clearwater, it seems. And right now, the number 8-seed Rice Owls have a one-run lead, 2-1 over the top seed UTSA. So, Mully, I said yesterday, leading up to this thing, that I think ECU can win this tournament, not necessarily because of what ECU has, just because there have been way worse teams to win this tournament in the past.
Yeah, if it's Thursday from last week's East Carolina team, they have a chance to win the tournament. If it's Friday's team, they got no chance to win the tournament. So it's, it's kind of the same story that's been told all year. But I agree with you that there is no dominant team in this conference. Matter of fact, the closest thing to it is on the ropes right now in UTSA. And the frontline pitching there, there were some guys, but you had the guy for FAU lost today for the first time this year. Then, Gillespie, I would assume he'll go for Charlotte. Norby going for East Carolina. So those frontline guys will be burned, and it's just a matter of, can you grind it out and put together 4 complete games? I think if they go in the losers bracket, it's obviously very, very, very difficult.
Which is why I was going to ask, does Charlotte maybe save Gillespie? But at this point, you got to just win and stay
the only team that can afford to save anything is UTSA.
Yeah,
everybody else is playing for their lives.
Yeah, UTSA in a regional with their fantastic record this year, and now it's all about can another team jump up and take another spot. East Carolina trying to do that when they take on South Florida. We just saw the Bulls. Been a lot of talk about that, Mully, is about playing the team you just played. And Danny, in fact, said it happened, I think, with ECU and Rice recently. And it first of all, could lead to some bad blood, and maybe seen some of that with the Bulls. But these teams obviously know each other really well. Bulls took 2 out of 3 from ECU, as you said. Pirates kind of dominated game 1. They were dominated game 2. Nice little rally in game 3, and ended up losing about 1. So give or take with these two teams.
Yeah, no, and you leave out the big first baseman from South Florida who didn't play, Greco. And their guy only went like 40 pitches. So I mean, there's still some intrigue there.
And our guy didn't go at all.
Didn't go at all. That's right. So there's still some intrigue as to who goes out there and how it all kind of shakes out. It's no, if there was going to be a bad blood game, I would have loved to have seen somehow, and still would be interested in if East Carolina and UTSA can find a way to run into each other at some point in this thing. That could be a little chippy and quite honestly probably fun to watch.
Well, who knows? Maybe they don't see UTSA at all if the Roadrunners don't come back in this one and somehow get knocked out. Checking in with the chat gang real quick. Jamie says, "Hey now, go Pirates." Pike liked the stream. Say considered going to Kinston to watch baseball. What are the odds that Danny Beal will get to play? Danny told us yesterday that he will be starting on Thursday for the Down East Bird Dogs.
Thirsty Thursday in Granger Stadium.
There you go. Jerry says hello. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you. Or
hello.
Hear from you. Read you saying hello. Jamie also said, I've been trying to do an Xavier Leggett impersonation. I can't get it. I bet Mully could with his deep voice.
I don't know that I'll even try to touch that. That's a whole different level of
you need to go to school.
Deep South.
What's up, Chandler?
How you? Jack says, hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
We'll be talking to Zach coming up on Thursday. He could be in the Lenovo Center tonight for Hurricanes game 1.
I think they got high school baseball.
True. Yeah, he'll be at Guy Smith Stadium, I reckon. You going out there, Mully?
No.
I like that.
No, I mean, it's not. Look, I wish everybody all the best, and I hope Rose does great. But I've like kind of had my fill of it for right now. No, it won't take long. Again, we've got some guys that want to get together this afternoon and hit a little bit just to stay ready for summer ball. But it's, there's a certain point where it's like, I kind of, as much as I love it, I want to get away from it for a minute. And quite frankly, I am working the state championship games at Ting Park this year. So, hey, I'm going to the state championship either way. The question of who will join me.
But he's going to the ship. What are you doing, calling it? Or
Yeah. So I've got the analyst work there for. Again, we don't even know what teams we have, but we do know we will be at Ting Park at least as of now. So
good deal.
Yeah,
that should be fun. Got Conley softball, Rose baseball still alive, and Wayne Dean's RV on the Brian Bailey Show yesterday, along with Gary Overton and Dylan Johnson talking Pirate baseball. And I don't know, Mully, we said about all we could about this ECU baseball team. Do you think we see anything different tonight in the lineup?
Yeah, well, I mean, Dixon Williams playing shortstop and Burris playing second. That in and of itself. And look, me personally, it's kind of an interesting decision to me. Burris was the shortstop by nature, by trade, coming out of Green Central. Dixon is the second baseman. It's kind of interesting to have two guys kind of feeling like they're playing out of position, but maybe they just feel like it's a bit much for the freshman to make his first, significant playing time on the infield at shortstop in the conference tournament. But that'll be that in and of itself will be a curiosity worth watching. And who knows? I kind of feel like at some point maybe Boucher gets an opportunity off the bench in some type of pinch hit roll or something, and is going to run into one. I feel like the redemption stories are always interesting to me, and clearly Boucher's had not had the year he wanted to have, and it's been fairly well documented and obviously discussed a lot. But yeah, I think that in and of itself was interesting. I also think it's interesting. Braid Burst had kind of worked himself into your best outfielder, maybe not named Riley Johnson, but even with Riley's inability to stay healthy and stay in the lineup. So you take your best outfield defender and move him to the infield as well, especially with the loss of Keenan Bowman already. So I wonder how that story kind of plays out. But that's why you play the games, and I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah, man, too many errors this year, specifically at that shortstop position. Listener pointed out yesterday, no free passes. That's been a probably. I mean, you can look at it when East Carolina wins. The K to walk ratio is solid. Overall, it is not. Those are simple, obvious things, Mully. But like anything else, this team needs to clean up, needs to do better to make a run here.
I mean, it's real simple. The last column on the scoreboard has got to be clear. So no errors, and you got to minimize your free passes, and then you have to put together good at-bats. I mean, it sounds awfully easy. Yeah. It can be very difficult to do, and on the back end of such a long, grindy season, it becomes that much more difficult. And a lot of times, it goes to the tougher team. The mental side of the game is what comes into play largely. So. Again, I do think they're plenty good to win it. I just think it's a matter of, they need a couple good breaks and then just need to take care of what they can take care of.
I don't know, how true this is, Mully. You can speak to it, but do you get some teams at this point that are ready to just head on to the beach or whatever and get out of there?
And really all it takes is, you come out, if East Carolina comes out and kind of puts their foot on their throat early, you'll see the true nature of where USF is.
Well, my question is East Carolina is not one of those teams. Right? I mean, do you think they're still bought in?
Who knows? Right. I mean, you can hear the conversation and know that the right things are being said, right. but you don't know what's really going on between somebody's ears and what other things have started to pop up, and are they thinking about getting out to summer assignments? I mean, there's so many moving parts, but I will tell you, I think you can find out if a team's ready to submit if you put a little something on them early and then just see kind of where it goes. So I will say, just watching East Carolina, even though some games have been kind of hard to watch, I will say I haven't seen them outright quit. It seems like they have fought. Now this past Friday, it kind of got on them pretty quick and maybe got away, but. It does feel to me like they have certainly given all they could in every situation.
Well, I think the Pirates are going to win. Colby Wallace is planning on them winning because they get a day off if they win tomorrow, and he's going to join us on Pirate Radio Live. If they lose, they have to play, so he will not be joining us. But plans have already been made, so that tells me that Colby plans on winning tonight.
Yeah, good. I mean, and that's that's where you start, right? You got to have a couple people that believe, and it's. He's just taking run with it.
All right, Mike Mullis joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. What else you following in the world of sports? You see Scotty over the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of stumbled a little bit, and the next thing you know, he wins by 5, and it just never seemed to bother him. And it's kind of like he felt like everybody else was going to open the door for him, and when they just opened it the least little bit, he kicked it the rest of the way in, and it was ugly.
I saw a little bit. I saw enough of. I think it was a one-shot lead, and then John Rahm hit it in the water. Mm-hmm. He was really going for it on, 17? So I watched a little bit. I watched more on Saturday, and Scotty included. The amount of putts missed within 8 feet was incredible. Like I don't know. It had to be the greens and not the golfers because it was happening to everybody.
It's consistent, yeah. Well, and the other big story was Rory's illegal driver. I mean, was it legal, illegal? Whatever happened with him, it certainly changed his mental state. He was a non-factor, but yeah, the putting was tough. I mean, and that golf course, man, is just amazing. Like, they got a ton of rain just like we did, but with the with the controls they have there, the things they could do, they had it in great shape, and those greens were no joke,
man. But it was made for some entertainment with all those missed putts. But Scotty Scheffler, just too good. Went on a tear at the end of round 3, and then as you said, it got interesting for a while, but ends up pulling away to win yet another major. Any Canes?
Casually, just kind of as as I've had a moment to watch it. But I did hear Danny on the show, I guess yesterday, and I have to agree with him. I am so far from a bandwagon Caniac. Like I couldn't tell you. I don't know if I can tell you one player on the roster. I don't. So at this time of the year, I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool if they win. It's cute, whatever. I'm not one of those dudes. Matter of fact, like with the Panthers, as he used the example, and I grew up there watching that, the formation of those teams, and in Charlotte, that is, and it's fine.
Well, you're not
I'm still a Packers fan.
Rah guy anyway. Like even with the Packers, like you don't.
No, I'm really not. I mean, and by the way, the Favre thing on Netflix came out today actually, and I watched a little bit of it this morning, and it's like like the whole thing is Brett Favre was a womanizer. Seriously, really? Well, I mean, he was a great quarterback. Really, no kidding. The whole Jenny Stringer thing. That came up, and I mean, it's just
well, there's there's people that don't know the story.
I don't think that people that don't know the story will have any reason to want to learn about Brett Favre.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, but it is the most Captain. It should have said produced by Captain Obvious, because it was just like I thought there was going to be some insight. It was basically.
Is there anything on the new stuff about the volleyball?
I quit watching. I mean, I literally quit watching it.
There's none.
It was literally like the Cliff Notes version of Favre's life. Hey, he was a really good football player in high school. His dad was kind of a hard A. He had a good collegiate career. The Falcons didn't know what they had, and then he was a great player with the Packers and
pills and alcohol,
and loved the ladies.
Okay,
I mean it's everything that you already know, but I think it's like an hour and something. Like I said, I didn't make it very far because I was like, this isn't even worth watching.
Is it just like one long piece, or is it like broken up into episodes?
Right, I think it was an hour and 4 or 5 minutes and then one deal, one shot. Again, just by seeing that, you're like, they didn't have a whole lot to talk about. Like, there's got to be more depth to this than this, but. It was, again, I didn't finish it. Maybe I'll watch the rest of it. I just kind of cut it on as I was doing some things, and it was just, wasn't great.
I just don't like the name, like the Fall of Favre, because it just made it look like once we watch it, we're just going to cast him away and shun him. No longer talk about Brett Favre forever.
No, I mean, you kind of feel like that's already happened in certain circles, but it's undeniable what he did, and I mean, it's watch it if you want to. Maybe I've said enough about it. Maybe it's the train wreck you want to tune into just to see how bad it is. But I didn't think it was very good.
No John Gilbert appearance on it?
No.
The Southern Miss.
Again, I didn't watch much of it. So
Jarrett won't be watching because he does not watch documentaries.
Yeah, sure.
And that includes sports documentaries?
I would just rather watch something else.
Okay.
But, I mean, like Mully said, I know a lot about Brett Favre.
Right. But documentaries in general, like you should be one to watch the Winning Time.
Yeah,
documentary.
I'm interested in stuff like that.
Reggie Miller versus the Knicks.
Ellerby told me to watch the Daryl Strawberry 30 for 30. I'm interested in watching stuff like that.
Well, I mean, like in The Last Dance when that came out, of course, we were so starved for sports.
Yeah,
COVID times.
But I've watched that multiple times. The other one about the basketball fight up and it spilled up into
Malice
the stands. Malice at the Palace is super interesting. There was one out about Curry, about his journey, and that's kind of what I thought we were going to get with the Favre deal. But Curry's such a golden boy anyway. But it kind of documents him as being Dale Curry's son and being a rump player, but could always shoot and blah blah blah. And then the Davidson experience, it was cool. But
I hear what you're saying. You want something new.
Yeah, tell me something I didn't know.
And I guess that's what made The Last Dance cool, was all the footage we hadn't seen before.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
we know the story, but give us something.
Yeah, get a little what's behind the curtains. That's the thing with sports in general. So many people, even regardless of what level you're coaching at or playing at, they don't understand the experience that goes on behind what they see as a final product on the field, the court, or whatever. It's the stories that happen off the field is what makes it, kind of creates the fraternity, if you will, of athletics and of teams.
Here come the Roadrunners. They go from down 1 to up 1 in one swing, Mully.
So the guy that just hit, I'm losing his name, Lossick maybe, he was the right fielder, the 6'6", 265-pound dude, looked like a cyborg.
Judgian.
But he looked very much like Judge. But he's been, if I'm not mistaken, he was an MVP or Player of the Year in 2 different conferences already before coming to UTSA. Yeah.
You know what I call that? A quitter.
Tossick's his name, yeah. He is that is a large human being.
It was just crazy watching him steal a home run when they were up here. Anybody else would have had to jump like a foot off the ground.
No, I literally said, to me, the first thing it conjured up was I felt like he went Statue of Liberty on that.
Yeah.
He just threw his wing up. He kind of reached for the fence, and when he reached back, his hand was on top of the fence. It wasn't finding the wall. He found the top and then, just very casually brought that ball back in the park. And it very nearly did it again in the last game where he had to put a little, elevation into it. But he was it's a large human being. Not a great looking swing, but he hits it hard.
Those guys are fun to watch just because they look different. Like we were talking about, Darryl Strawberry had a different look with his tall, skinny, big leg kick, whatever. But remember Richie Sexton was a 6'7", 6'8" first baseman. Even Ellie De La Cruz playing shortstop now looks like he belongs on the football field or something, or playing basketball.
Colt Morton, the catcher at NC State years back, was like a 6'6" catcher. Tall, really, really, really tall for a catcher.
I wonder what his knees are going to be like.
Well, and like Richie Sexton, I remember when he was in Kinston, I was throwing BP for those guys at the time. So, I got to be around him a fair amount. And a guy named Billy Munoz played behind him. A guy named C.C. Sabathia was like the big prospect that time. So, it was that was cool. Richie was a good player, good dude too.
He, a heck of a power hitter, especially his Brewers days. It was good. Chad said, did anyone watch the Aaron Rodgers doc, and did you see him any differently after? I never watched that thing, just because I
did too.
Had Rodgers
I watched it, Enigma, I think is what they called it, and it just, now, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I did kind of enjoy the insight there again, because it took you to the ayahuasca deal. It took you.
You actually saw new stuff.
Oh, yeah. And you were like, man, it just reinforced what you already knew with him, that he is an enigma, is a nice way to put it, but he's a different cat. But yeah, I watched that one too, and obviously tied to the Packers. I was interested, but I enjoy those things. I mean,
the Jeter doc changed my opinion on Jeter, because growing up in the 90s as a Braves fan, I hated the Yankees, and I didn't hate Jeter because he wasn't that hateable for his antics. He didn't really do anything. He just played hard, but it made me appreciate him a lot more and realize he had that Jordan Kobe thing where he was like, win or why even show up.
That's right. And I've left that with a newfound respect for him as a dude, other than just being a competitor. Like, he's like, you go, you know what, man, this is like pretty good guy.
It made me a Jeter fan.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy. That was kind of the takeaway with the Curry thing too. It's like, man, this dude's like, he really cares about Davidson. How hard, a big part of it was how hard he struggled to get his degree from Davidson, although he was still playing, and all the things, and you kind of get to meet his mom, and whatever. So I enjoy those things. I do like the kind of look behind the curtain.
Mike P said he watched the Aaron Hernandez doc. I still think that guy was a jerk, says Mike P.
Yeah, no question on that one.
All right.
Good
one. Mully, good to see you, man.
Yeah, buddy, always good.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Hopefully you can get some more in-studio visits here this summer. You playing some golf?
I don't right now. I'm just trying to figure out
hour to hour.
Trying to catch up a lot of work stuff, and and again, it's still got some obligations to fulfill, but yeah, hopefully get to play a little bit. I will be playing Thursday in the Rotary Club, a little Super Bowl tournament over at Greenville Country Club, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's all the golf that's on the schedule right now.
Good deal. All right, we'll get a break in. We'll come back. From one handsome bald man to another, Wade Minter will join us, the PA announcer for the Carolina Hurricanes at the Lenovo Center. Canes and Panthers, all you need to know heading into the Eastern Conference Final when we return after this.
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Wings Over Greenville just turned up the heat with a new honey hotter flavor. Sweet meets spicy in the boldest way yet. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the frequent flyer club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user, get free tenders just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Are you a new real estate agent wondering how to get your first deal fast? ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate is hiring, and we've got you covered. At ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we help new agents hit the ground running with proven training programs, high-quality leads from multiple sources, no cold calls, just real opportunities, one-on-one coaching from our experienced team, and cutting-edge marketing and tech tools. Don't start your career alone. Join the ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate team, a team that invests in you. Visit encpiraterealty.com and never worry about where your next deal is coming from. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Parker Bird from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern is on South Charles Boulevard, right across from the Sheets, and you can come in for great food, cold drinks, and all the game day action. Swing in and try their Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious wings, and also play sports trivia on Wednesdays with our very own Clip Brock. And they are open until midnight, Sunday through Thursday, and open late until 3 a.m. on the weekend. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. And Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store, serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations, serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, I couldn't wait for Wednesday this week. I had to give me some OT's lemon pepper wings on Monday for lunch.
Smelled good. I could smell them all the way from the front of the building.
Jarrett came in like a cartoon character where you can see like the the smoke or whatever. Did
he float down the hallway?
Yeah,
essentially.
He said, "What you got?" Yeah, that lemon pepper was right on Monday. Good and crispy, and very important for wing folks. Good ranch.
Good ranch
at Overtime Tavern. We'll be there Wednesday night. Come hang out with us for a little sports trivia, and we'll have Knicks Pacers game 1. Is that Wednesday?
Should.
Yeah, and some hockey as well. Western Conference Final. Right now, it took a while, but UTSA woke up. They take a 4-2 lead heading into the 9th inning. Charlotte and Wichita State on deck, and then later tonight it'll be East Carolina and South Florida. Still crazy to see that 6 beside East Carolina's name. More likely you see that nationally rather than in conference play, but that is the case here in 2025. We've got Canes hockey tonight. I'm fired up, ready to go as a somewhat bandwagon Canes fan. Danny Beal hates me, but let's hear what we need to know about this series against the Florida Panthers. Talked to Wade Minter earlier today. Here's that chat. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, PA announcer at the Lenovo Center for the Carolina Hurricanes. He is Wade Minter, joining us once again during this Canes playoff run that has now taken them to the Eastern Conference Final. Wade, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day up here in Raleigh, and we're excited to be back in the conference finals for the 3rd time in 7 years.
Appreciate you joining us on a game day. Wade, what time do you get to the arena on a game day? What's a home game day like for you?
Yeah, so we have a production meeting for the show about an hour before doors open. So tonight's an 8 p.m. start, just like they're all going to be in this round. Doors will open at 6:30. We'll have our production meeting at 5:30, which means I'm going to be leaving home about 4:30 to make the drive into the arena, park, get my stuff situated before the meeting.
And 8 o'clock, a little later start than we've seen in these playoff games, allows Canes fans to get off work and do a little extra tailgating. And we've talked to you throughout these playoffs, Wade, but crowds have been tremendous, right? And it's going to hit even another level these next few games.
Absolutely, yeah. The crowds have been great. They've been loud. You know, all the media coming in talking about the first 2 rounds have talked about just how loud it is. The players playing against the Canes talk about how hard it is to play here. And I think after what happened 2 years ago, in this same matchup with the Canes and the Panthers, the crowd's going to be even more excited to get some revenge. So I think it's going to be kind of next level as far as the Caniacs go.
So, Wade, the last 3 trips to the Eastern Conference Final, the Hurricanes have come away with 0 victories. That's got to change, and we hope it does. Let's talk about the opponent a little bit. What makes these Florida Panthers different than New Jersey and Washington? What kind of challenges do they present for Carolina?
Well, they're the reigning Cup champions, so they know how to win it. There's a lot of that core from last year's championship win that is back. Actually, no, they won it 2 years ago. Time has no meaning. But this is an experienced team. They've won the Cup before. Paul Maurice has done a great job. I think it's a combination of 2 things I think that'll stand out as opposed to watching Washington or New Jersey. One is their depth. Washington, New Jersey, between injuries and just roster construction, have some star players, but once you kind of get down the lineup, you're starting to find people that the Canes can exploit with their depth. Florida, top 3 lines are all stars, very solid defense. Sergei Bobrovsky as a goalie is finding his stride. He's one of the best in the business when he gets hot, and he is getting hot for them at the right time, and for us, maybe not so much. And Paul Maurice as a coach has really found the way to get the most out of this group. This is his third trip in a row to the conference finals, is Paul Maurice. And I think he knows inside and out what it takes to get the best out of this team at the playoff time. He's an excellent coach. He was a very good coach for us. And he's really kind of cemented his legacy down there in South Florida.
Yeah, you bring up Paul Maurice. Seems like the Canes run into Paul Maurice, even Peter Laviolette in the past in the playoffs, right? Seems like we see a lot of our former coaches.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of recycling. The NHL is a very green organization. They recycle coaches left and right. Once you've gotten one job, you're pretty much guaranteed for life. But no, Paul Maurice, I was a big fan of his when I was a fan, and he was a coach here. He's a very funny guy. He's smart. And, now with another 20 years under his belt, a very wise coach. But yeah, he certainly knows the team. He knows the building. He knows the organization. And as we saw 2 years ago, I think he knows how to prep his team for playing in Raleigh.
Wade Minter joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Canes and Panthers game 1 tonight. How about the health of the team, Wade? Saw earlier in the week maybe some questions on Chatfield, Martinook. How are the Canes health-wise heading into this series?
I think healthier as a whole than they've been in any deep playoff run. Jalen Chatfield's not expected to play tonight. He's the only one kind of out of the regular lineup from the regular season that's looking to be out. Jordan Martinook appears to be in. Any other guys that are kind of banged up with bumps and bruises are going to play. It looks like Scott Morrow is going to draw into the lineup in place of Jalen Chatfield. So Morrow will be playing his natural side, as opposed to heralded rookie Alexander Nikishin, who played in the Washington series, but caused somebody to play on their offside. And as far as health goes, I think the biggest thing to point to for the Canes, knock on as much wood as you have available, is that Freddie Anderson in goal is as healthy as he's ever been, and statistically the best goaltender throughout the entire playoffs. He has been playing at another level. And aside from a little bit of a scare in New Jersey, he is looking like he's as good as we.
Wade Minter joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. How about the rookie Nikishin getting in for his first minutes, I guess, in the NHL and the biggest game of his career, that and they'll only get bigger from here on out. But how did he do? And moving forward, will we see more of him this playoff run?
He did well. He didn't play a ton of minutes, which is, it's in the Rod Brindamore system. It's surprising that he even got in there, much less played any minutes. But he's a very big body, I think on his first shift in his first game in the NHL against the Capitals. He stole Alex Ovechkin's. He's not afraid to throw the body. I mean, the guy's nickname is Boom. He did take a penalty, but it wasn't, a penalty that I think you're really going to get mad at. And he looked comfortable out there. So I think he's one of the most hyped rookies to come out of the KHL in a very, very long time. And from what we saw in about 10 minutes worth of work, he looks like he fits right in.
Wade Minter joining us. Wade, we talked to Mike Maniscalco a couple weeks ago. I asked him his, fantasy siren sounder lineup, maybe people we haven't seen in the building thus far, kind of putting you on the spot here. I asked him for 3. I'll just ask you how many ever you can come up with. Anybody, I guess, somewhat realistic, or you could do a non-realistic, whatever you want to do, but with ties to the state or somebody you haven't seen or announced in the Lenovo Center over the years.
Oh, wow. That is a tough one. I do think one of the nice things that we do get out of the Siren Sounders, especially in the playoffs, is that they do have strong ties to North Carolina. And we draw them from sports. We draw them from pop culture. We draw them from music. So, I think you could look at getting musicians from North Carolina, not necessarily Petey Pablo, because he's done it. You can get somebody like the Avid Brothers out there, draw good crowds. You could get somebody from Hollywood, like an Evan Rachel Wood, Raleigh native. If you really want to see the crowd have a mixed reaction, you can get Belichick up there to sound. But I think that I bet they've got a list of people that as we get deeper in the playoffs and as the games mean more, you're gonna see more folks.
It's a really neat thing, and of course here in Greenville, we joked that Blake Harrell led the charge in the game that he did because it was scoreless. He sounded the siren in period 2, and the Canes took a 2-0 lead. So credit to ECU head football coach Blake Harrell there.
And he looked good doing it. Like, sounding the sirens an art. You get some people who I think are a little scared of it. It's harder to sound than you think it is. It's got some resistance to it. So, if you get folks who aren't really prepared, then it's going to be kind of a weak siren, and that going to bring some bad mojo. But coach really brought it.
Well, Wade, you're probably a little biased, but you certainly know the game well. How do you think the Canes fare in this series, starting with tonight?
I mean, this is the biggest test that they have faced. New Jersey was not necessarily expected to be a tough test, and they weren't. Washington had a great record in the regular season, but I think people watching the games thought that they didn't have the depth or necessarily even the conditioning to hang with the Canes. And I think we saw that late in the games for Washington, they've trailed off. They're an older team. Florida is a complete team top to bottom. And, they showed that 2 years ago. They've shown it in their Stanley Cup win. They've shown it in the regular season. And they play, depending on your perspective, hard or dirty, depending on kind of what side you're looking at. They're going to be the most physical team that the Canes have played. And yeah, as you brought up, there is the kind of dark cloud hanging over that since 2006, the team has not won a conference final game. They're 0-12, which is hard for a team. And, you don't want to start becoming the Buffalo Bills, right? Like, you want to show the world that you can win games and show the world that you can win series. My hope is that for the guys who were here 2 years ago, and that's the Ahos, the Svechnikovs, the Stahls, the Martinuks, the Slavins, those folks are going to have a chip on their shoulder. I think that if they come out with something to prove, if they can match Florida's physicality, if Freddie continues playing well, if Svech continues kind of his beast mode resurrection, then, I think this could be a series the Canes take and kind of finally get that monkey off their back. But, like Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man, and Florida is currently the man. And now it's put up or shut up time.
Canes a slight favorite at home tonight, taking on the Florida Panthers. Wade Minter will be he'll be hearing his booming voice through your televisions, or if you're lucky enough to be in that arena, it's going to be a fun night in Raleigh for sure. Wade, always appreciate your time. Have a great call tonight.
All right, Wade Minter joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Man, envious of those who get to witness that atmosphere in person tonight, game 1. Panthers and Canes, and you just feel like if they can get one, they can do something here. Got to get that monkey off their back that they have not won a single conference final game, I guess, all the way back since they won the Stanley Cup in that year in 2006. Been a while.
Yeah, I was talking to my buddy Paul last night. He said, I didn't think about this. Either way, it's a great matchup for Canes fans because if Edmonton wins, you get an 06 rematch. If the Stars win, you get Nico's head on a stake.
Yeah, and so I like the storylines one way or the other, and be paying attention to what's going on the west side of things as well. I decided, Jared, to, by the way, I gave out 4 plays yesterday, 3-1.
Wow.
The Nerfies continuing to hit and the Orioles continuing to lose. So maybe I'll run out a few more, but I decided to put my $20 free play that I had on Dallas to win it all.
Okay.
So now I've got stake in both Western Conference teams.
And then just the Canes.
And then my dream is for the Canes to make the Stanley Cup final, because if that happens, I'll either win some money or the Hurricanes will win the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
So I'll be good either way. Of course, the nightmare now is the Florida Panthers winning the whole thing.
Yeah, and I mean, they're probably the best team over the last 5 years. Just a juggernaut.
That they are. Let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 1. And got a lot more for you. Coming up hour 2, Mac McCarthy, Justin Hardy, We got big Bryce Williams and Brandon Manning later on in the program. A lot to do on a Tuesday. We're back with you after this.
Aces for Autism, a nonprofit, is here to provide opportunities for individuals with autism and their families, a place of hope, joy, and success. Whether it's helping a child make their first sound or preparing a young adult for vocational opportunities, we provide support where it wasn't available before. You can help us support families by supporting Aces for Autism's Team Together campaign. There are many ways to participate, such as buying a brick or sponsoring a room. To learn more about our state-of-the-art facility, visit acestogether.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World, 2 names that are synonymous with top quality sales and service in Pitt County for over 47 years. And Brian Cook joins us now. And Brian, talk about your philosophy when it comes to previously owned cars, trucks, SUVs, even hybrids now.
Yeah, we're going to shop all over the Southeast, trying to keep a good mix of inventory. And from there, we want to offer a top quality product to you through warranties and finance that we can provide.
Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Nomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Warm up with savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy talls for smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
We better sight land pretty soon. There's rumblings of mutiny.
Pirate Radio.
Rumble, rumble, rumble. Mutiny, mutiny, mutiny.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
I mean, on top of everything else, this ship is rigged.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT experts since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, if you are just tuning in, we've got a couple of finals from Clearwater, Florida. 2025 American Baseball Championship, round 1. Rice led UTSA 2-1 in the 8th inning, and then the Road Runners woke up, put 3 on the board. They end up winning it 4-2. So the 1 seed will go to the winner's bracket. They were up against the ropes for a lot of that game, but too much offense for UTSA in the 8th inning. They win it over the number 8 seed Rice. The 5 seed Tulane just had a lot of success in the AAC tournament over the years. Knocks off FAU 6-3. That score. We are awaiting the first pitch for Wichita State and Charlotte, and then 47 minutes after the conclusion of that game, it'll be East Carolina and South Florida.
So what are we looking at, about 8 o'clock, 8:30?
Yeah, something like that. You got Canes, get the multi-TVs going with Canes and Pirates tonight, or head to your local sports bar.
Yeah, it might be a night in for me. Been burning a candle, both ends and the middle.
I'm planning on a night in. I'm hoping I'm up for these games. I'm excited for them, but I am tired today.
Yeah,
I could see an early night. In fact, I could see maybe a wake up and watch the third period / last 3 innings situation for me.
Yeah, I don't really want to watch baseball tonight, but I've watched every game this season. Might as well keep going.
Now's the time to watch.
Yeah.
You did it wrong. I haven't watched any.
Yeah, but I've been at these games.
I have watched zero. So I've got plenty of baseball to watch. In fact, I got to keep an eye on the Braves. Spencer Strider throwing tonight for Atlanta as he is back. And they take on the Washington Nationals coming up, starting a 3-game series. So Strider back. Acuna could be back soon. So I'll have baseball to watch. What the White Sox been doing? Losing to the Cubs?
Yeah, back on the downhill.
On the Schneid?
Yeah, lost 5-1 to the Mariners last night.
Who we got this week?
I guess the Mariners for 2 more games.
Oh, they lost to the Mariners, yeah.
Yeah. It was close. 1-0 going into the 8th inning, and then a grand slam from Seattle. Then we put up a run in the 9th, so it wasn't a shutout.
That was one of my Nerfies last night. The Mariners last year were a really good no-run first inning team. I'm assuming the White Sox very good as well. So
we're no runs the whole game.
I'll probably run that one back tonight. Also, I love a good Gavin Williams no-run first inning.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out. So Guardians-Twins game will resume at 6:10. Are they just playing one? Because on my score app,
okay, so
it says Gavin's going to start, but I think that's wrong, right?
ESPN has 2 games listed. The Twins lead the Guardians 2-1, and that game will resume at 6:10, like you said, and then another one postponed that will be made up on September 20th.
Okay, so my score app, I think it's been corrected now. It had Gavin starting. But I don't know what the deal is with the suspended game. But that one will resume coming up at 6:10. Other Nerfy nominees for tonight. Let's see, I won with Royals Giants last night. I might go back to that well, because that is a 7.5 total. So let's go ahead and lock in Royals Giants again. I'm going to do Mariners White Sox again.
What about Angels A's? What do you think there?
Angels A's. Hendricks, Glenn. I'm going to go no, just because the total's 10.5.
Okay.
And that scares me. So let's go. I'm going to take the bet on the Brewers again, because I'm fading the Orioles right now.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to go no run first inning. Tigers, Cardinals, Royals, Giants, and Mariners, White Sox. There's your 4 baseball plays for the evening. 3-1 last night. Let's try to keep it rolling tonight. Shout out to my friend who texted me as I was leaving the Buck. Take the Phillies live. They were down 2-0 to the Rockies.
Yeah.
Ended up scoring like 9 runs.
It was 9-3.
Yeah.
I saw that score was like 3-1 Rockies, and I'm like, dang, I told Clip, let's not take that bet.
Yeah.
So I was cheering for the Phillies there, and thankfully they woke up.
Yeah, and turned into what you would expect for the Colorado Rockies this year. They are bad. Do the Rockies and White Sox play? That'd be a hell of a series.
I mean, I'm assuming this long season, they got to play at some point.
That would be that's must-see TV at that point. Who comes away with those wins? White Sox sitting right now at 14 wins. The Rockies sitting at 8.
Yeah.
8 victories at this point in the season. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. We got Mac McCarthy. We've got Justin Hardy. Got that and more on the way when we return. Back with you after these words.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
This is Dr. Anthony Skalick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com and go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jockey's Ridge State Park June 5th through the 8th in Nags Head, North Carolina. Exciting educational activities will take place, including yoga on the dunes, kayak trips, big canoe trips, a sandcastle building contest, and a horseshoe competition. All activities are free to the public. Special events also include a drone show, a concert by the Connells on June 5th, and bubbly toasts at sunset. For tickets and a full schedule, visit Jockey'sRidge50.com.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with RentAFishTank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. RentAFishTank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. RentAFishTank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at RentAFishTank.com.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and get a shakaroni pizza for only $12.99. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, J-Bone, Jared Watkins, and Mack McCarthy joining us. Joined us earlier today. Talked to Coach Mack about a few things going on in the world of sports. We will get to that conversation right now.
Mack McCarthy joins us on Pirate Radio Live, his weekly chat as we fix the issues in the world of sports. Coach Mack, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. No shortage of things to continue to talk about, right? Although some of them are just frustrating because they seem like they will never have an end.
Well, let's talk current events in sports. And you're not watching the Canes and hockey. You're not watching the NBA playoffs. So I guess that takes us to NASCAR. And I wanted to.
Well, it will. Hold on. It will. But on the NBA. But let's revisit the NBA for just a second. I do know basically who the Final Four are, and I have a suggestion, and I think you'll like it. You know, we have we have the Manning cast, right? Is that Monday Night Football they do that for?
Yes, sir.
What if we have a version of the Manning cast, but it's Spike Lee and Reggie Miller for the Knicks Pacers series?
I like where your head's at for that. I don't know if I want to listen to those two for 2.5 hours, but
Reggie Miller's going to be on the call anyways.
You already got him. Yeah, there you go. Actually, funny you bring that up, Mac. After the Knicks won, I guess the next day, I watched Winning Time, the 30 for 30 for the second or third time, just to get a feel for Knicks Pacers. And I even tweeted out, I wish the young folks out there, and I don't even know how good it was, but at the time when you had Reggie and Mark Jackson and Rick Smits and the Davis boys against Mason and Ewing and Starks and Allen Houston and Charles Oakley, it felt like it was good at the time. Again, the scores were like 78-66, so the games weren't that good, but it was physical, it was fun, it was trash talk, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. And I don't know, do we have a rivalry in the NBA anymore like we used to have, whether it would be, Philly and Boston or Boston and LA or Chicago and Detroit or Indiana and New York? I mean, do we have one of those anymore?
Who hates who these days, Jared? Anybody?
Knicks Hawks.
Okay.
That's from 2 years ago.
the Hawks have 3 fans. I mean, that,
Yeah.
you can't have a big rivalry with 3 fans.
That's really Trae Young versus the Knicks. It's not really.
Hornets fans versus the organization's a good rivalry.
Yeah.
But no, you're right.
Can you imagine being a Hornets and Panthers fan?
At least, I'm out of that one. We'll talk to Chandler Honeycutt about that at some point. But I tell you, I guess I'm just a sucker for the Knicks at home. I like watching a rockin' Madison Square Garden. So, from a rooting interest standpoint, this is funny. I've always said this though. I'd hate all New York teams, but for some reason the Knicks don't fall in that category. Maybe because they just hadn't been very good my entire basketball watching life.
Yeah, it's hard to hate bad teams. It really is. I mean, it seems like a waste of time for sure. But yeah, I don't remember, and I don't know. Is television excited about this Final Four? Maybe a little bit because they've got the Knicks.
It can be because as good as Oklahoma City and Minnesota are, those are not big time markets at all.
No,
and it's not going to excite the novices out there.
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, maybe the hardcore NBA fans will still tune in, but you're not going to get the casual fans like you would with some major market teams or even some more dominant players. But and there'll probably be 2 great series, and it'll be fun to watch. We'll have some competitive games, but I just can't see the country being real excited to tune in.
Yep, I'm with you there. What do we got, Jared? Game 1 tonight between the
Thunder and Timberwolves.
Thunder and Wolves coming up tonight. Game 1 of Canes and Panthers tonight as well, Coach Mack. My eyeballs will be on that one, along with.
Where are they? Where are they in the process?
Game 1, Eastern Conference Final.
Oh, the Eastern Finals. Okay,
Yep.
okay, I got you.
And also got ECU baseball late night tonight as they play the final game of the day 1 of the AAC tournament. ECU and South Florida going at it in Clearwater.
I was say, are they back in Clearwater? What a great site for your conference tournament.
All right, I wanted to start with NASCAR, Mac. I wanted to ask, did you see the purple and gold mobile that Brad Keselowski was riding?
I did.
Had a great meaning behind it. The sponsor had ECU ties and wanted that car to be purple and gold in the All-Star race, and unfortunately he's not around to see it, but the legacy lives on. And Jackman for the team, Dustin Lineback, former East Carolina linebacker, he put out a great video talking about the car and the meaning behind it, and it's always cool to see some purple and gold running around the track.
Yeah, and it was a good-looking paint job too. I really liked it, and that was a really good story, if not totally a happy story. But and then of course Keselowski had the ECU ties with his wife being a grad.
There you go. Wanted to ask you and Jarrett your all-time favorite paint schemes, and some of this might just be it was your favorite driver, so you like. But when you think of all-time paint schemes in NASCAR, what stands out?
I like the blue and yellow Wrangler, Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Yeah, there have been some. There are a couple cool copycats of that around, and of course, it has popped up in Darlington, and even Junior drove a similar scheme one time, and that certainly would be kind of high on the list. I think the scheme I really liked best, although there's been some great ones. I really like the old Davey Allison Texaco scheme with the shiny numbers. I thought that was a great one, and it came in a couple different colors. The white one was great. The black one was certainly great with the big Texaco thing on the hood, and I really liked that one an awful lot.
This was like a one-off, but all-time Kyle Petty's NWO car. I gotta go with. But I have a hat with this. I like the when Chase Elliott goes with the Hooters car.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, those look good, and of course they're a great throwback to Cole Wiki and all that. I'll tell you the worst one, and I hate to say it because Dale Earnhardt the real Dale Earnhardt drove it, was the crazy colored one that he drove in the All-Star race. I don't even know. It was some famous painter or something did it, and it was just absolutely hideous.
Huh. Let me see if I can find this one.
Check it out and find the name of the painter. No offense to him. I'm sure he was very talented, but
Can we see it? Is that
I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if Matt can, but
I can't see it, but-
just seems like a bunch of different color, a rainbow almost.
It was
almost
horrible.
looks like the Rainbow Warrior out there running into.
It was horrible. It was just horrible.
All right, Mac McKay.
Fortunately, it was a one-off.
Score another one for the good guys. Christopher Bell winning, so that's another point for Clip Rock. And Jarrett, let's get an update of the standings.
Yeah, we agreed last week. All-Star race. We'll just do winner gets 1 point. So you move up to 19. I am at 14, and Mac at -2.
Negative.
I'm going to be in positive soon. I'm telling you.
Soon.
Write that down. Save this clip.
Mac, you got the marathon race in Charlotte this week, right? The Coca-Cola 600, and
600.
For fans that go to this, no way they sit on their butts that long, right? Do you take a halftime break or something? How do you get through a race that long?
Well, you do have 3 stages instead of 2, or 4 instead of 3, however you look at it. But that helps a little bit, thank goodness, because it did get to the point where they really did ride for a long time. The stages, in my mind, kind of saved this race because it was just too long for the attention span of the watching public at this point in time.
So Mac, as I said, we like to fix things in the world of sports. Do you go with stages in some but not all races? Would you do that if you were czar of NASCAR?
I'd love to see no stages in road courses. I think the road courses have enough potential for strategy and that kind of thing that it would be much better without the stages. But I was absolutely anti-stage to start with, and I was wrong. It has helped. Not only does it keep the field together a little bit, but it does require different strategy. There is a break in the thing, better than some phantom caution, and we've eliminated a lot of the phantom cautions, in my opinion, which we used to have, but because we know these are coming up. And I thought it was going, I was get off my lawn, and I didn't like it, but I was wrong. It's been good.
All right, Mac McCarthy joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Coach Mac, what is the latest in the world of college athletics and legislation? Legislation? Good grief! What are we angry about or looking at this week in college sports?
Well, 2 things kind of are button heads right now, and it'll be interesting to see where it ends up. Apparently, the Power 4, whatever you want to call them, Autonomous 4, P2, P2A, P2B, whatever you want to call them, they've kind of decided they want to, enforce these rules of whatever the House settlement comes up with. And it looks like it'll be, some restrictions on NIL and that kind of thing. And you either buy into it or you don't get to play with those guys. The problem is you have several states, Tennessee being the most prominent one, who have said, we will not abide by, we don't have to abide by any restrictions to NIL. And I don't know how you get past that. And of course, if everybody else says we're just not going to play, Tennessee and Vanderbilt and Memphis or whoever else in the state of Tennessee, that would be a really big step. So I'm not sure where it's headed, but that seems like to be the next kind of combustion place along as we go. But we're getting closer to the House settlement. We have to do something July 1st. A lot of folks have said they will go ahead with revenue share, even if the House settlement does not get ruled upon. But we'll see about that.
Man, lost our way a long time ago, but I guess the good news is we don't have to pretend like all of this is for the very best for the student athlete, right? We can stop pretending that.
Yeah, and we probably, John Feinstein, the late great John Feinstein, it was a crusade of his to eliminate that term altogether. He hated it before it was cool, and now it really does seem like an oxymoron to say student athlete. There's not much student left in the student athlete.
Yeah, and I've even seen some say, like, let's just take the student completely out of it. And at that point, I don't know how it would work, but, like, these universities would have, I guess, club teams they're sending out to the football field and basketball court. Do you think
there'd be big blowback on that? There would be too much blowback.
Well, there's blowback on all this stuff. I just don't know where it all ends. And the arms race, which has been discussed for the past how many ever decades, Greg Hudson brought that up because he's traveling, selling a protein product to different universities and their strength and conditioning programs, and just marvels at the buildings and the structures that he sees every place he goes, and there's just no stopping it, Mac. It's crazy.
Well, there's a little stopping it right now. There's some things. There's some projects, infrastructure projects on hold so that they can pay these players. That is actually happening and real. There are certain projects at a lot of universities that are not moving forward because they have to spend that money right now on talent.
Interesting. Yeah, but you bring up something interesting there, something that's been discussed here as we broke ground on a indoor practice facility here at East Carolina a few weeks ago. There were a lot of folks saying, hey, people love telling other people how to spend their money. Hey, instead of paying for that, why don't you pay for a 3-point specialist or something? But I think those checks have already been cleared and are going towards the facility instead of athletes.
Yeah, the people with the money get to make the rules.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Mack McCarthy joining us today. Coach Mack saw the portal giveth, portal taketh away, and we'll talk to Kim McNeil coming up on Thursday. She loses one of her best players, Amaya Joyner, a local player who goes to play with one of your favorites down at LSU. How many Final Fours you played in? Going down there. But I feel like Kim McNeil was on board with NIL, not on board, but said this is the new, what it is, what we have to do. Might as well embrace it. And I look forward to talking to her about portal and NIL and all that stuff. Pirates just lost an Impact softball player yesterday, Emma Jackson. It just goes to show how it stretches well beyond. We talk about football the most and basketball, as we should, but man, it stretches through every level of your athletic university.
Yeah, and we've mentioned this before. Just because someone has the money doesn't mean they're going to get the player either. There's still recruiting involved. There's still relationships involved, and there are things. Nobody is opening an envelope and saying this is the highest bidder by $50. That's where I'm going. Nobody actually does that. So sometimes that gets overblown. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't have money, you can't win. And if you do have money, you may not win, but you've at least got a chance.
Yeah. What's worse, having the money, and that puts even more pressure on a coach these days, I guess. Like, at least
every coach will take the money.
No doubt. I guess, I don't know, could Mike Schwartz just say, I mean, John Gilbert said on Pirate Radio Live, we can buy a good basketball team, almost saying like, hey, if y'all pay up, we'll win some games. It's on y'all at this point. This is not, we're doing all we can. I don't know. I don't know if I took too much from that, but interesting comments nonetheless.
For sure.
Jarrett, anything in the sports world you want to fix these days? What are you angry about?
Oh, the NFL rule changes being proposed. Onside kick, playoff seeding, tush push.
Tush push. What do you think about the tush push, Mac?
Did they do away with it?
Not yet.
I read that it could be happening in the next day or two.
Well, the Packers proposed it, and it was just a tush push band, and it got tabled, and everybody's like, I don't know. But now they've reworded it to where you can't push or pull the guy with the ball to forward his progress.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Wait till somebody loses a game on that call.
Right? Yeah. Illegal pulling.
Because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. The one rule in the NFL that I just don't get at all, and I guess college will be the same, but I don't. The kickoff rule, I don't get. If you're going to do it like that, and everybody ends up between the 25 and the 30-yard line every single time, just put them all on the 25-yard line and start. Don't bother to do that.
I don't like the fair catch thing. Like you fair catch within the 10-yard line, and that's a touchback on a kickoff. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the playoff proposal, Jared, where division winners will not get a home game?
I think you should be rewarded for winning your division. If we're just going to say top 7 regular season teams,
well, you are rewarded. You go to the playoffs.
I think you should get a home game. I think we're going to take that away. Let's just do away with divisions. Let's just have it a 16-league team. I mean, a 16-team league.
I don't hate that. I at least want the division winner in.
Yeah.
Does a 7-10 team deserve to host a playoff game? Probably not. But it's the way it's been, so we're used to it.
Yeah. I don't like change.
I understand that.
An old soul, Jared.
And he definitely is. Older, much older than you, Mac. At least Mac will change and admit that he was wrong about a change. Jared's just stuck in his ways.
If they change it and I like it, I'll be like, I was wrong. But for right now, I like it the way it is.
Have you ever been wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Mac, they're talking about potentially, and we've seen it in the NFC South lately, Washington with Ron Rivera was either 500 or a game below, and ended up hosting Tom Brady and the Bucs in the playoffs because they won their division. If that was the case now, Washington would be the last seed in the NFC. Still get in the playoffs, but no longer hosting a game. Any thoughts on that?
No, I think reseeding, just like I thought with the college football playoff, automatic qualifiers getting in, that's fine. But I don't have any problem with reseeding it correctly before the playoff, whether we're talking about NFL or the college football playoff.
And in the NFL, they, do that seeding at the beginning and then reseed through the next round. So it'll put the best against the worst, so to speak. So I don't know. I do kind of agree with you, Jared, that I don't want huge changes. I don't want it to be college sports where we went from the same thing basically from childhood to the next 30 years to then changing everything overnight. I don't want it to look like that.
Yeah, what I don't get is you're on top. You have the highest ratings of anything. You're making the most money of any league. And why do you want to meddle with that?
Yeah, good point. Can't argue that. Mac, we need Mac to do an Alex Harper and pick an NFL team or something so we can – I don't know. We got so much college football to talk about during the season. Maybe it's good that we don't talk NFL with Mac because we'll have plenty of topics once the
maybe we do. Maybe we can do it. I don't even know. We've got basketball, so I don't know that we need to do NBA. Maybe I need to get a baseball team.
Well,
I don't hear you all talk much about the baseball teams either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Braves fan, but talking Major League Baseball every day would be super boring.
Yeah, during a 162-game season.
Yeah,
I'm good.
One thing we do is keep up with the Pirates, though. And Gavin Williams was supposed to pitch tonight, but I think that game got postponed. So, no, they're still on 7:40 start time.
You all do a great job of keeping up with the Pirates and the pros stuff.
Shout out Shirley Rhodes.
That's really helpful.
Give Shirley some credit for that, Mac.
Yeah, we don't give Shirley enough credit for anything, to be honest.
Probably so. All right. Anything else on your docket, Mac? Any good shows you caught lately?
Oh gosh, I really have. trying to think of which ones to actually recommend. I need to have a segment, right? I need to just come on every day with this is
What's
what
on
I've been
tonight?
watching kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. I'm still on the Harlem thing with Forrest Whitaker in season 4. That has had some epic moments, and the new thing, Neighbors and Friends and Neighbors, has been really good with John Hamm. We've talked about that a little bit, and then I tell you one that has gotten better and better is Mobland. It has some great moments.
I still haven't started that, but plan to watch that at some point. I've been watching. I don't know. Are you into the Law and Order family of programs, Mac? Did you watch those?
I used to, and then they got to be so watered down that I gave up on them.
Well, I'm watching old
I
ones.
like the one with organized crime, and then I got into so many different series that I gave up on that too. I am literally down to 0 things on network TV right now.
Oh, gotcha. So I don't know why. Sometimes I like just an old network procedural to watch, and I'm watching old Law and Order: Criminal Intent. That was my favorite one, with kind of the weird guy Vincent
D'Onofrio,
and I like those for some reason. So that's kind of been my all right. No live game on. I don't feel like starting something new. Let's throw one of these old ones on that I hadn't seen in 20 years.
I tell you what was way better than I thought it was going to be, and may not appeal to a lot of people, but it was so much fun watching it. Was called Nana's, the Italian thing. It's a true story about a guy who hires grandmothers to cook for his restaurant. It's really a good, fun movie to watch.
Is that the new one with Vince Vaughn on Netflix?
Yes, it is. Yes.
I'll be checking that out.
It's really fun.
Okay. All right. This is why we do this, Mac. What you seen lately in the theater, Jared? Didn't you go see a movie?
Yeah, I went to 2 this weekend. I saw the new Final Destination, and then I watched that new Marvel movie, Thunderbolts.
Okay.
But this Thursday, I'll be going to see the new Mission Impossible.
Okay.
Opening night.
I'm saving my 2 free movie tickets for the new Jurassic Park, which was my favorite movie as a kid, and they've all been stupid since then. But I haven't seen one in the theater for a while, and I want to take Lily, and so hopefully she'll enjoy it like I did.
One of the things I love the most is going to the movie theater.
Yeah. All right, Maxter.
Guys, thank y'all. I look forward to every Tuesday, and I'll come ready.
We'll start fixing Hollywood, and I think we've fixed everything we can in sports. Now we're going to fix TV and movies.
Mac McCarthy joining us on Pirate Radio Live. Are there any, Shirley, remember in the 90s, and maybe every generation they still do this, do we still have summer blockbusters? Are those still a thing?
I mean,
I guess is that what Mission Impossible is?
Yeah, Mission Impossible. You talk about the new Jurassic World Park, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Superman?
seem. It doesn't seem to be as many.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I think there's just so much out there now with streaming, and some movies go right to Netflix. And
Well, now you have to have
Prime.
like a IP. They're not going to make anything original anymore, really.
I mean, there's a lot of remakes and reboots, and
On that note, I Know What You Did Last Summer that's coming out.
Yeah.
another Final Destination movie.
Superman. Avatar.
That's in December, though.
Avatar. Man, yes, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, Fire and Ash.
Lily and I enjoyed the second one. Nobody 2. I watched Nobody on HBO, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk.
I love like sequels to these kind of movies because it's the same exact story but in a different location.
Right.
And so now he's on vacation with his family doing what he did in the first one.
Just beating up people.
Yeah.
Jurassic World Rebirth. F1. Zootopia 2. Okay.
F1. I saw the previews for that F1 movie when I went this past weekend. They open it up as like F1 has the sexiest cars, the sexiest drivers, and the sexiest fans. It's like I'm not watching racing for that kind of crap.
Okay.
I want to see the ugliest people in tank tops cheering on a bunch of nasty cars.
I don't know what this is.
Chugging a beer.
Yeah.
But I see a football.
Yeah.
And I see Jordan Peele.
He's producing it.
Okay.
But it's got
It's called Him.
Marlon Wayans is in it.
Okay.
And it's about I think either a high school kid or a high-tier college kid visiting with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and it's like a horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be into that.
The trailer is kind of weird.
I haven't seen it.
The plot sounds interesting.
I have not heard of this movie until now. I like the Jordan Peele movies for the most part.
Yeah.
We've got The Naked Gun.
I'm not too keen on that one, and I loved the Naked Guns movies.
And that's why I'm not keen on this one. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it without Leslie Nielsen. All right. Well, I guess there are some, those are the big movies. There's some others coming out, but nothing that excites me too much. But yeah, I want to see the new Jurassic. And really, I haven't enjoyed a Jurassic Park movie since the first one, but I haven't seen one in the theater since the first one. So maybe the theater experience will be good.
This time they're going back to the original Jurassic Park.
Now we're talking.
To find some left-behind dinosaurs.
Oh, right. We got a T-Rex. We got a Velociraptor. We got the one that killed Newman.
Yeah.
Newman.
Hold on to your butts.
That's right. Is Samuel L. still there?
Yeah. Holding on to his butt,
He's
apparently.
holding on to his butt.
They're all dead.
Yeah. IRL or in the movie, or both?
Oh, Sam Jackson, Wayne Knight, they're all still alive. Jeff Goldblum, he's alive.
That's one big pile of poop. Will there be another big pile of poop?
Got it.
That is a big question.
That is a big question. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Justin Hardy joins us. Still in, I guess, week 1 of training camp. I think he got there towards the end of last week, right?
Oh, okay.
Is that right? Or is my math off?
I think this is his second time we've talked to him in training camp.
Okay, all right. 2.5 weeks, maybe, of training camp. We will, you know what? Who cares? We'll talk to him when we come back. What am I talking about?
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Hey, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. May and June will be here soon, and Mom and Dad are due for something extra special. There's no better gift than the protection of life. Empower your parent with a trip to Carolina Caliber. From home defense to concealed carry and tons of other personal protection and shooting sports gear, your parents deserve to choose from the finest selection in Eastern NC. Plus, the summer will be sizzling with exceptional factory promotions they won't want to miss. Grab a gift card and send them on over to Carolina Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Wings Over Greenville just turned up the heat with a new honey hotter flavor. Sweet meat spicy in the boldest way yet. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the frequent flyer club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user, get free tenders just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation, if this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
If you're going to put your name on something, it better be your best work.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We do a weekly check-in with former Pirate great Justin Hardy. He is playing with the Ottawa Red Blacks and soon to be actually playing. They're in training camp right now. They'll follow that up with a couple of preseason games, and then it's on to the regular season. So we'll be keeping up with Justin, who was the leading receptions leader in the CFL last season. We talked about that and more when he joined us this week. Here's my chat with Justin Hardy.
Justin Hardy joins us on Pirate Radio Live to talk about training camp going on with the Ottawa Red Blacks up in Canada. Justin, good to chat with you again, man. Doing all right today?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing good. You in that day-to-day grind right now? Is it? I know talking to guys when you're at ECU in fall camp or guys in training camp, the days kind of drag. So, like, is it? You know what day it is? Is it like Groundhog Day, one day after the next?
It's definitely that. I just show up the next day and just go to work.
Yes, sir. And Justin going to work paid off for him last year. League leader in catches, second in receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. Okay, Justin, I'm going to criticize you for one thing. Got to get those touchdown numbers up, right?
Got to. You're right. You're definitely right.
How about that, man? Leading the league in catches, second in receiving yards. You take a lot of pride in what you do, but do those numbers mean anything to you personally?
As far as the numbers go, I think that's the standard for me for the next year. Whatever those numbers were the year before. I set that as my standard going into the next year and just try to outdo myself.
I mean, a lot of things separate the great receivers from the good receivers. For you, watching you at East Carolina, great hands, obviously, but you're just open, always open. Like, how does Justin Hardy always get open where some guys have difficulty doing that?
I think just being a student of the game, just learning, being able to play it, getting those reps, seeing different things, just understanding the game in total helps out a lot.
Defense's job is to stop you, but also disguise maybe what they're doing pre-snap. So how often do you look at what's happening across from you and know what they are doing? Is that like 80%, 90% of the time, less than that? How often do you know what they're doing defensively?
It's probably about 80 to 90% of the time I kind of know what's going on. But like the practice for the week of the game, that whole week I'm seeing all the looks that the team usually does. So it's kind of preparing me for the game day that I actually see what I see and just go out there and play ball.
Is that tough earlier in the year? Or with a new coach on a new team, you're watching, I guess, what they did last year, maybe a little preseason, and you guys probably don't show much preseason. But how difficult is it when you don't have all that scouting ready and you're kind of out there just going by instinct?
9 times out of 10, people are who they are.
Right.
They could be at different places, call different games, but they kind of majority of the time stay true to who they are. So it doesn't necessarily have to be preseason. I could take a coach's defensive strategy from 3 years ago and watch film on that because, like I said, it's not going to change too much. So that definitely helps out a lot. Like I said, just being a student of the game, watching the film and seeing different things.
And a lot of times you know what they're doing, they know what you're doing, so it's a matter of who's better. So who are the elite corners in the CFL, Justin, guys that have done a good job against you or you've gone toe-to-toe with?
Man, that's a hard question. I really don't see too many corners. More so, like I said, I play in the slot a lot.
Okay.
So I'm seeing different guys, linebackers, strong safeties up here is what they call it, which is like the Sam sometimes, or boundary half. I see those guys a lot. But I rarely see too much man. I'm usually getting a lot of zone. So just understanding the zones and just knowing where the holes are kind of helps out a lot.
How about, and we've had people tweet in and want me to ask you this, and I'm sure we've discussed it in the past, but as far as your ECU days, NFL days, what corners have you respected the most that you've faced off against?
Oh, man. Shoot, you got to get me thinking. I went over with Patrick Peterson. He was a good guy. Corners. That's tough. Because, like, I rarely know names. I just see X's. So whoever's out there, they out there.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Like watching film over the years, who are the biggest disruptors? Like whether it be a D lineman or a linebacker. I know you're watching the secondary, but guys you kind of have to watch out for. Is there anybody that said, look, we got to know where this guy is at all times on defense? Anybody come to mind for you?
Is that in the NFL or in CFL?
Yeah,
NFL. Shoot, really the front seven of most teams. You kind of got to understand like what kind of guys they got. Majority of the time, the front seven is going to kind of dictate how your back end works. You can get away with a average back end DBs with a awesome front seven. So it really come down to schemes a lot. So I would say like those teams that got those great front seven, it kind of definitely got to make sure we know what they are.
Justin, I saw a picture this weekend of the premier rookies, whatever, 2015 draft class, and at first I didn't know what I was looking at. I just saw some jerseys and some faces, and I was like, wait, that's Jamison Crowder, that's Matt Jones. So it was your class, and it's just funny how in sports we think guys are old, but in life, like you're not an old man, but in football terms, you're getting up there. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's crazy how time flies like that. But man, what do you like? Does that seem like a really like a lifetime ago to you, or does it seem like yesterday that you were drafted by the Falcons?
It doesn't seem like a lifetime. The only time it seemed like that is when you have guys come up to you that's younger than you and be like, "Yeah, I played with you on Madden" or something like that. NCAA, and they're like, "Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm really up there."
Yeah, it is funny how we put you guys out to pasture when you're like 28 years old or whatever. but yeah, you showed last year. You still got a lot of football left in you. How is the training camp going, Justin? How are the young guys coming along, and how are you, the vet, coming along day to day?
Training camp is going good. It's training camp at the end of the day. Definitely got to take care of your body. Make sure you're in the what you call it. You in the playbook. Definitely know your plays and make sure you put your best foot forward for practice. Everybody is seem like they are getting used to each other. Trying to get on the same page. So, which is why we out here. So it's always good to see.
You getting in that extra work with the QBs, Justin? Is that something you do in CFL training camp? I know that's important at the college and pro level, right?
Definitely. I definitely try to find time during practice to get with those guys. Usually probably during the special team period where I just get down there, just catch, just talk things through with the quarterback. So anytime I get a chance to, I do.
What are the late May temperatures in Ottawa these days?
Man, it was cold today. I will say that. It was probably like maybe 45 degrees today.
Man. Well, as you know, growing up in Eastern North Carolina, I can't relate to that. It's smoking out there today. So
right.
Justin, would you prefer a nice hot day or 45-degree practice? What's better for you?
To be in the middle would be great.
Right.
But if I had to choose, I would go more so hot than cold.
All right.
Because for me, once my hands and my feet get cold, it's over with.
Yeah. Yeah, 10-4. How about when you play during what is during the summer? So Canadian summers. I know I've seen some like winterized Grey Cups and stuff like that, but like week to week early in the year, are you playing at a pretty ideal temperature?
Yeah, it's pretty hot at the beginning of the season. Once we hit probably after Labor Day, the temperatures start to change a little bit.
Okay. You got you. Justin Hardy joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live as he gets ready for the upcoming CFL season. Justin, Holton Ahlers got in the end zone in the UFL this weekend. And ECU old backup quarterback, I say backup, third or fourth string quarterback, Caden Norman, went up there to see his buddy Holton play. And he scored a touchdown, threw the ball in the stands. Caden caught it. And
nice.
So I started thinking about celebrations, and I don't remember Justin Hardy being a big celebration guy. Like, have you ever had a planned celebration or something other than celebrating with your teammates? Have you ever done anything crazy?
Crazy? No. I would say this, like when I got to ECU, Coach K was like, act like you've been here before when you score, and that's always stuck with me. Act like you've been here. So I never really been big on celebration, but I will celebrate with my team.
Yeah. And again, I go back to this. When you get to the league, you're with Julio, Roddy White. Like, I don't remember those guys being over the top either, really.
Nope.
Right?
Nope. Yeah. So it's like that's what I've been seeing, so that's what I know.
Right. And I mean, I don't hate on. A lot of people say, hey, be like Barry Sanders and give the ball to the ref. Okay, that's one way to do it. Or you could be like Chad Johnson and go grab some pom-poms, Terrell Owens, whatever. Like, I'm fine with it. It makes it fun, I think. But sometimes the planned ones are a little over the top, I guess. But for you, it don't matter. The bottom line, you want to score a touchdown, right?
I want to score. That's it.
Yeah, that's all what it comes down to. Justin Hardy joining us today, courtesy of Social House Vodka. You can get Justin's own personal brand, the J-Rock Limited Edition, and drink like a pro drinks with like Justin Hardy with the Social House, and be a nice time to grab one on Tuesday night. We got Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Final, Justin. So final little hockey down here. ECU baseball in the postseason. Conference tournament on Tuesday, so we're following some of that stuff. What are you doing outside of football right now? Anything? You watching anything? Keeping up with anything?
At this moment right now, playbook. Taking care of my body.
Game.
Like right now, I'm really like dialed in, really focused on this season. So really too much outside of that, I ain't really taking parts in.
Man, you got a lot of knowledge, Justin, and I asked you how you get open. You said student of the game, free time, playbook. I know I've asked you this, but like coaching, teaching, maybe even something as small as like having your camps and stuff. Is football going to be in your post-play and future in any way, you think?
At some point in time, I think so. Maybe not so much on coaching a lot of people, but most on the personal level, I think I see myself doing.
Like training, maybe something like that, or
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, Justin, good stuff, man. Appreciate you joining us today. Well, by the way, it is Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. I know the days get lost in training camp, so
Justin Hardy joining us, courtesy of Social House Vodka. Go to socialhousevodka.com. Check out Justin's own brand, the J-Rock Limited Edition vodka at Social House Vodka. All right, now is the time to complain. We got some whining going on in the chat gang. What would you like to complain about when it comes to Pirate Radio Live? I'll read the responses so far. And if you have any other complaints, we'll open up the complaint box when we return and share our thoughts on those complaints. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Hey Greenville, John McCormick from the Yard Gnomes and ambassador of the Greenville Museum of Art. Get ready for the Summer Shindig. Wednesday, June 11th, 6 to 9 p.m. Morgan & Company Live, Nash Hot Chicken, drinks, art, baseball, raffles, family fun, right here at our museum. Shouldn't you dig it? For tickets and info, visit gmoa.org/summer-shindig. Don't miss it at the Greenville Museum of Art.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers. Burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life, and that's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service, and their mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. We got to take a break. But first, complaints from the chat gang. Steve started a trend. He said, I miss PRL giveaways. Mike P said more like PRL goneaways.
Nope.
I got a complaint, but I'm not going to say it right now. Jamie said, if Mully's interview had been taped, we may have set a record, but we'll get Manning live. Eyeball rolling emoji. So now we got too many recorded. Not enough live segments for you. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Jamie went on a rampage. I'd like to see more Shirley. And where is Chandler? Does it take all day to sell? And of course, we get a short segment next segment. So there's a few complaints from people. If anybody else want to get in any complaints, now's the time to do it. Now, what would we like to complain about the chat game? Robert has no complaints now that Sean is off the air, he says.
Oh, that's... Come on.
He did add a JK, I joke. So he was JKing.
J.K. Simmons?
He was J.K. Simmonsing. Mike P is complaining about something that has nothing to do with the show, unless we do this a lot. He said, I'm tired of people putting playoff in front of people's name. Playoff Jimmy, playoff P is stupid. You shouldn't get that name if you haven't won a chip. I agree.
Correct.
The worst was Big Game James Shields. And the hell did he ever do? When I heard that.
How many Final Fours he playing?
How many World Series ring you get?
I thought we were a tougher team.
Does he have one?
It's tough.
Damn.
Chandler had one of those earlier. Justin Hardy was like, "Clip, that's a hard question." And Chandler's like, "No, Justin, it ain't hard. It's tough.
It's tough." Oh man. Hey, there's Chandler.
Chandler, how's the weather outside?
Take a break, Shirley.
I tell you, it's tough.
Are you on the show?
That's tough.
Chandler's not on the show. I'll tell you who is. Bryce Williams and Brandon Manning coming up hour number 3. Jamie says he has no J-Bone complaints.
Thanks. No Jamie complaints.
You're in a good spot right now. You're in the spot that I used to be in when I hosted a show and produced Live at 5, where I was like the not the new guy, but the sports guy, the guy keeping up with everything.
Yeah.
And people were tired of Troy talking so much, so they liked another guy. Now they're tired of me, so they like, you're in a good spot. So
it's like that thing from Toy Story. It's like, I'm tired of playing with you. And he drops Woody.
So don't mess it up, Bone. You're in a good spot right now. We'll take a break, come back. B-Man and Slim 80 join us after this.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about the financing options that you provide.
We're here to help anybody from bad credit, poor credit, rebuilding credit, or great credit. We find the best deal through over 30 lenders here that we work with every day, and we're focused on finding the best fit for all our customers.
One website, 2 outstanding dealerships, Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
From May 27th through the 31st, the Hackney Restaurant in downtown Washington invites you to experience the Passion Event, celebrating North Carolina's delicious local ingredients crafted into masterpieces by elite chefs. Hosted by 2024 James Beard finalist executive chef Jamie Davis and the Hackney owner Suzanne Hackney, the inaugural event is partnering with NC Catch to bring together their chef ambassadors for an unforgettable dining experience. Enjoy a 5-course dinner with wine pairings and pre-dinner cocktails. Tickets are limited. Make your reservation now at thehackneypassion.com. The Hackney, Southern Fine Dining, Southern Hospitality.
The biggest and best Memorial Day sale is on at Bostic Sub Furniture. Store-wide savings on furniture for every room, plus hundreds of items in stock with 6-month special financing. Plus, get a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax on beautiful living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, or 60-month special financing. Sleep better and save on a new brand name mattress with up to 60-month special financing. Don't miss the incredible Memorial Day sale on now at Bostic Sub Furniture.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control.
Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown and Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. One of our guests getting into the complaints, already complaining about the headphones. Let's hear some intro music. Shirley, dealer's choice. Who are we introing first?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Same time. Y'all gonna complain about this?
I'm a brand new man. I have to call your bluff. I ain't as good as I once was. I was good once, as I ever was.
We need to get Cooper Greer in here to record some new music with us.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce Williams joins us. Hey, Bryce.
Hello.
And the B-Man, Brandon Manning, as well. What's up, Brando?
Everything's going great. How you doing there, Clipper?
Doing good. I did send Brandon a message on Saturday asking if he was going to the Conley game. I was questionable. I met up with Sean. We watched ECU lose. And right when I got there, Brandon, I said, man, I had a wild thought. Thought about going to the Conley baseball game. And he said, I did too. On the way over here, I thought about it. And I said, you want to go? And he's like, yeah. And we sat there about an hour and a half. And I said, man, I think I'm just going to go home. He's like, yeah, I don't really want to go either.
It was a great game, man.
I'm glad I didn't go, because if I did, it would have been the first game I'd been at in like 25 years. And if they lost, the Mills would have found out I was there. It would have been a bad mojo thing. So.
No, I mean, it was just one of those things. Just one play kind of, and it was a total freak of nature type thing. Just one of those outdoor sports things where twilight happens and there's not really like true stadium lights like you have in colleges and stuff. And a ball just got lost. And as soon as he hit it, he even put, as soon as it was hit, hands out, like, where did it go? Shortstop, where did it go? And it turns out he walked 2 steps forward and the ball landed 2 steps behind him, like you were watching. And then those guys give it to Corinth. They were just hustling around and scored, and that sort of turned the tides a little bit in the game. And it kind of coincidentally, the Corinth ball players were at the ball tournament I was at this weekend keeping score, and they were just great dudes, man. I mean, great stuff.
Vikings go down. Softball team is still alive, and the Rose Rapids baseball team be playing at Guy Smith.
Yeah, I think they Conley Rose starts tonight.
Believe so.
And then Conley is away tonight and will be home on Thursday. So it's got that 3-game series going right now. Good luck to both teams.
If you are wondering about what's going on in Clearwater, have you followed today, Brandon?
I have. I watched the UTSA Rice game.
It took a while for the Roadrunners to wake up. Their bats, anyway.
Not their pitching. I was telling them the dude struck out 4 batters in the first. That's right. He drop called, 3rd strike, and the guy got safe. And then I would love to finish it, but I think it was 10 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. He just struck out everybody. Bam, bam, bam. They were not even close. So they look pretty good. I don't know what the final score of that. I had some people coming to the office at that point in time, but we were watching.
It was 2-1 Rice in the 8th inning, and then UTSA scored 3. They won it 4-2.
I think I turned it off in the like at the end of the third. I was like, man, that UTSA's got this.
Well, Bryce had them, but those bats woke up because they've been good all year. Also, Tulane a winner earlier today. Charlotte up early on Wichita, as they have a 4-0 lead already in this game, and 4 runs will likely be enough for the AAC Pitcher of the Year.
Yeah, I was looking at
Blake Gillespie.
His pitching form. It looked interesting.
All right, let's check it out here. He's throwing from the wind up here. He delivers. There's a bit of a hitch.
Very short arm.
Yeah, it looked
right
like
there.
so. Not like he used his
Kind of throws a little bit like Dixon throws a little bit. Just kind of gets rid of it.
Yeah, not a what do you call it, Brandon?
Full extension.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't look like he really puts much body.
He's like the Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, throwing darts, kind of. And he's the pitcher of the year, though, Bryce.
That's
I wonder if the ball gets up on you quicker, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's tough to pick up. He had a no-hitter earlier in the year.
Dang.
The same week that Norby had all those strikeouts, right?
Yeah.
Because Jarrett was...
You're like, what?
What?
Jarrett said, how in the world did Norby not get pitcher of the week? And then we looked, and the dude threw no-hitter.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Yeah, that happens. You're right, though, Bryce. It is an interesting
with that
look.
back, I guess would that be the back leg or lead the swing around leg? It looks like it's not really.
He's not putting a lot of effort in.
Yeah,
or
it
something.
looks very
effortless.
nonchalant.
Yeah. Brandon, the season starts tonight for East Carolina. Apparently there will be some changes. Mully talked about Dixon moving to short. Whoa, for the radio audience. You just had an eye roll.
I get that you want to make a change and things like that. I just I like Dixon better at second than I do short.
Well,
personally.
who do you want at short?
I think Braden has a better arm.
All right, I was just okay.
I mean, I just do. I
didn't know if you wanted Boucher to continue.
Well, I mean, to be sure, he is not going to boot all the plays. I mean, you get the yips and you get off the yips, and sometimes you can't make free throws, and then you work through something, and it's a game. Then you start making free throws again. You don't forget how to catch ground balls. He got there. He was a D1 shortstop for a reason. He was brought in to be the D1 shortstop. I just think overall it is a better option, but who knows? I mean, Dixon's capable infielder.
I mean, he struggled at times this year. The team has struggled at times. I have no issues with trying to change something.
Oh yeah,
Let's do something different.
Look, how long did Ryder Giles start? 2 years, and they're like, sorry, it's not working out. I mean, he was a 2-year starter.
They found a good role for him.
They did.
Boy, that was weird. He became like our
closer,
one of our best pitchers.
Became one of the best pitchers
in the bullpen.
He's back in baseball. He's Kentucky. Went back to the University of Kentucky coaching staff, I think.
I need to check in with him. He gave me one major championship winner in golf, and I thought he was going to be my golf guy, but then he missed.
He probably still keeps up with it. I got to talk to him.
Yeah. Well, I can too, bro.
No, I mean, I got to for other stuff.
Okay. Actually, I don't know if he's in this phone. I might need you to give me his number.
All right. We can do it off the air. I don't think he wants me to do it on the air.
Oh, he's in my phone.
Of course.
Who's in your phone, Bryce? Hey, let's trade numbers. Give me a Jared Goff. Do you got Jared Goff?
I think so.
And I'll give you who you want. Who's cool?
Give me J-Bone. I don't have.
I bet. Hold on.
That's a fair trade.
That's a good number to have.
I bet my phone number is not in your phone.
It's not.
I don't think I have Brandon either.
I messaged Brandon on Facebook.
Oh, that's for years.
Oh, I do have Brandon Man now. Yeah.
It's kind of it's our thing.
I've known you since 1985, and my phone number is not in. It's been the same phone number since high school.
But that's our thing, man. That's unique. I don't do that with anybody else.
No, you don't.
So,
that's too funny.
It is kind of weird.
But I think I'm on a group text. Or is it you just send like a text to me and Clip talking about coconut oil?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Sorry.
So, do you want me to start texting you?
I don't care, man. I'm giving you a hard time.
All right. I might. I don't know.
Sounds like he wants you to start texting.
No, I was like, hey, who do you want my phone? I was like, I'm not even in your phone, man. that was the point of that.
Sorry. All right. I got some football news I want to get to with Bryce, but we'll continue on with the baseball. So, Norby going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of performance are you expecting out of Ethan Norby?
I think Norby is going to control the outcome of this game totally on his own. I think he's going to go out there, and if he doesn't have his A1 stuff, he's going to go give us ground balls to get our A1 stuff. Maybe not ground balls to the shortstop. Obviously, we're talking about that, but I think Norby is ready to rise to the challenge. I think Burris is, and I hope Dixon is going to rise to the challenge and be the guy, because I mean, he's got a lot right now. He needs to play with a chip on his shoulder. He didn't earn some things.
The Emma Jackson deal going, where she was not named first team all conference, and then came out the first game of the tournament, hit 2 home runs for the Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, and I think he needs to, man. I mean, he didn't have the year that he obviously wanted to have, and the year that we all put all the pressure. I mean, we did. ECU baseball put a lot of pressure on Dixon this year to be the guy, and some things happened and he didn't do it. And I think that's going to hopefully spark him up and wake him up, and hopefully this tournament's his, and he's tournament MVP. But we got to get to the championship game, obviously, to do that.
Charlotte right now having their way with Wichita State. Is that a hit or an error, Bryce? How would you score this one? We had a ground ball to second, kind of an in-between hop. We'll see the replay here and get the official scoring from Bryce. All right, there's the it's tricky. Ate him up. But Bryce, you're going to go error?
I think I guess
he's
error.
In college. You got to make that play.
Yeah.
What do you think, B-Man?
You got to make that play in college.
All right.
You got to. Number one, you don't go sides. You either come at an angle up or go to angle back, and try to get a better angle on the ball.
We're going to score that one E4.
Wait, why 4?
Because in baseball, the positions are numbered.
Ah.
He had a great question earlier, but it totally baffled him that you can strike out and still get safe.
He didn't understand your 4 in 1 inning deal.
No.
So the pitcher, Bryce, is 1. The catcher is 2. And then we go right to left. First baseman, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we go right out to left field from the third baseman, 7, 8, 9.
I did not know that.
Have you ever heard like a 6-4-3 double play or a 4-6-3? Okay. Well, now you'll hear it and you'll be like, I know what that is.
Dang right.
And you can tell Anna and teach Davis and everybody.
I know daggone baseball.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So he got an E4.
You said 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 3, 4, 6.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's 3, 4, 5 at third, and 6 is the shortstop. You're right. My bad, B-Man.
Don't think too hard on that one. That has no point. There's absolutely 0 point.
Yeah,
in
well,
that.
what is the point for that?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of weird stuff in baseball.
It's an unwritten rule, Clip.
And I hate those. Danny was talking about some crap yesterday.
Hey, he's made good. Oh my gosh! That was the second baseman.
Yeah.
Second baseman made a heck of a play.
Backhanded diving stop.
He made up for it.
And he had to try the glove throw here because he didn't have time. The shortstop was kind of late getting over there.
That was there.
Dang, he made up for it.
Yeah. But it'll be first and second now.
That guy looks 12.
1 out in the third inning. Charlotte up 4-0 on Wichita State on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
What was Danny talking about yesterday? Like the defense would fake they're playing a bunt and then drop back, and the opposing team got mad about it.
Yeah, I said it's Bush League.
Yeah. And then Danny said Cliff stopped teaching that play because he agreed with the opposing coach. That according to Danny Beal. Yeah, I don't know. Brandon,
there's unwritten rules. We have one, and it's Little League. Like, there's a written rule. Like, once you, in Little League ball or, small person baseball, Bryce, once you stop trying to advance and the pitcher's in the circle, you can't just, that's like basically a dead ball time. It's timeout. You can't just say, all right, I'm going to take off now. Like, if you're on third.
Well, that's a written rule.
You had to go. Well, I mean, like in certain leagues, you can steal home.
Rules?
You can steal home. You can do everything. But you got guys that will sit there and just try to, try to juke them out or deke them out every time. And so I have called out a particular coach and said, that's Bush League crap. Teach them better across the field.
Brandon.
But why is it a bad thing?
Because he's trying. So it's not a rule. He can't actually go anywhere, and he's trying to make a young kid throw a ball and throw it away just so he can score a run.
Oh, like it's when can he steal home?
As soon as the pitch.
Oh, it's
before
left.
like as long as you're not like if the pitcher's like just staring at you doing this, you can take off if you wanted to.
Oh, really?
But if he's like, all right, you kind of took a step back to third, and he's getting on the rubber in Little League, you can't just take off right then.
The ball's got to be in flight, I guess, or in.
It's got to cross
forward.
the home plate.
I'm trying to think of a good unwritten football rule other than, and this is every sport, but like running up the score, like throwing when you're up by.
Just take a knee, man.
But
How are you on?
But what are some other unwritten
shot blocking?
How good am I?
No. Like, how are you on that? Like, hey, is this like one of those things where you want to try to be careful as much as you can, but you got something to do, or?
Nah, if I'm on shot block, I'm gonna just.
There you go. All right.
I mean, I just do that. I've never really intentionally tried to hurt anybody, but I mean, I've definitely gone through the legs.
All right. What about if you're playing receiver and you come in on that outside linebacker on that crackback block?
Oh yeah, if it wasn't a penalty, I would roll him.
I hate that that's a penalty. I mean, I guess I get it, but like
that hurt.
I
was trying safety.
You're kind of doing your job. You're not. You're not blocking.
I got hit.
You're not blocking them in the back.
Not blocking in the back. You're in front. I think it's great because it's a great feeling.
It's very visually pleasing for the viewer.
Oh, for sure.
Not for the defensive.
Not
guy.
for the defensive guy. I mean, they can get screwed, but it's the same way. I mean, we're coming across the middle and you get freaking rocked. It's all. It's literally. I would say it's probably close to the same situation. We're not looking. We're looking.
I'm trying to think of things that can be like, man, you know what? That's going to hurt somebody, but that is enjoyable.
Jamie asked, "Is it Bush League to steal second on a ball 4, on a ball that gets past the catcher?" So I guess he's saying take 2 bases on a walk.
If the catcher's that lazy, yeah,
go for it.
Did it last night. I had a kid that the ball. It was the guy running. Ball 4. The catcher's like, "Hey, where's the ball?" And
you gotta get it.
Their coaches didn't tell them where the ball was. My first base coach sent them. I mean, that's just baseball.
But what's the whole the bunt thing? Like, why is it bad to fake a bunt? Like, fake a play with a bunt?
I didn't understand what Danny was saying with that.
Right. Something about a squeeze.
Yeah, I didn't get why it would be against the.
So is it like rules. A runner on third, fake bunt, and then slash back towards the third baseman?
But wasn't he saying it was a defensive play, right?
Yeah.
That the other team had a problem with. I didn't get it. You'll have to go back and listen to it. Maybe you'd understand it.
All right. I did listen to the podcast this morning.
With
Big
Jeff
Danny
Palumbo?
Bill show. Yeah, it did. It was a good one.
All right.
That team he was on in college was 7 guys playing pro ball off one starting 9. That's legit for a CAA team.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I just thought it was funny how Jeff Palumbo talked like every school I leave, like they immediately go on to better success. He's like, I guess I should just get the hell out of here then.
I'll pack his bags. Nah, big Palumbo guy. Great fellow Commanders fan. So big
Maryland
fan of
guy,
Palumbo. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll talk a little football. Got some football news that we will discuss. Also, I jotted down. We talked to Justin Hardy earlier. I jotted down the career catches by Justin Hardy in college, plus NFL, plus CFL.
We guessing?
Yeah, y'all can throw out. Think about it during the break, and I've got that number, and we'll talk about that. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
At Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Hey, buddy, it's me, your foot. What? Are you okay? Not so much. These old shoes are killing me. But I've had these for years. Years? I've been stuck in these things and now I'm screaming. You need custom fit shoes, my friend. And we're not talking one size fits all here. You need comfort, support, and most importantly, freedom. Well, how do I get that? Head over to Fleet Feet. They'll make me feel like $1 million and keep you running strong.
Fleet Feet at the Old Gordon's Golf location on Arlington Boulevard. They custom fit every shoe for your unique foot. Visit Fleet Feet and step into comfort. Your feet will thank you.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Hey folks, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Breaking news, we have breaking news. Employee pricing plus rebates. That's huge savings on new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. You heard it first. Big savings. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay, plus rebates. Huge savings here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is also Jeep season. We have plenty of the new 2025 Jeep Wranglers on our lot. So it's top off season. So come check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Drive a little, save a lot.
Eastern North Carolina's Bourbon Authority is Greenville's premier American-styled restaurant. The Rick House specializes in handcraft dishes, and our bar features the very best in bourbons like Parker's Heritage, Knob Creek, and Jefferson's.
Big changes are coming to the Rick House. A new menu is on the way with great food, and it's the perfect atmosphere for a night out.
Let the Rick House host your next big event in our 2,000 square foot banquet hall. It's perfect for wedding rehearsals, graduations, and holiday parties. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Pirate Radio.
Ahoy there, mateys!
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
Is he calling us? No, he is calling to someone named Matey. My name is not Matey.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. And your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space, moisture control, and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Do you want to play a game?
Is this a game?
So we talked to Justin Hardy earlier, and I said,
Jardy?
That man's been catching balls for a long time.
Yes, he has.
And we talked about it with you, Bryce. Like, receivers, tight ends, you practice all the dang time to get like 4 targets a game.
Yeah.
Like, it almost seems meaningless.
The amount of catches I've between practice and just jugs and
extra
work. That number
compared to
my game is like, golly, what, 3%?
And now Justin had a ton of targets in college, more so than the average wide receiver. But I wanted to add up his catches in college football, the NFL, the CFL, see what his career catch total is at. I gave them a clue, Jarrett, when you walked in there. Zay Jones has the record for most receptions in college football history with 399.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you a hint on where Justin was or wasn't. But would you guys like to take a guess on how many career catches Justin already has?
Yeah.
Brandon has been playing with his calculator for 10 minutes.
I was sending an email that time.
I'm going to let Brandon go first.
All right.
967.
Brandon Manning says 967.
I'm going
now, Shirley.
Jardy.
Do we have it?
It kicks in a second.
Kick in.
Just wait. Where the heck is it?
He's definitely
the yodeling?
He's going to fall off the cliff soon.
I guess I have to do it myself.
All right, hold on.
Here we go. All right, Bryce.
I think Hardy is at collegiate, professional, CFL. I'm going 8-13.
Plus Wes Craven.
I couldn't find those numbers.
I can get
don't know.
You want them?
That's full.
If I find them.
I think I'm going to go 7.
Wait, you just guessed.
I know.
Wait, are you guessing again?
I think I'm high.
All right.
I'm going to go 7-93.
Speaking of guys that are high, Jared, what do you got?
Wow. Perfectly sober. I'll go 7-17.
Oh, wait.
That was the sound of Brandon Manning going over the cliff.
Yep, that would be the one.
At 967. You are a little high there, B-Man.
Right.
Bryce, 793. You're in the ballpark, but you're like way out in center field.
Dang.
You're high as well. Bone is high, but only by 9 catches.
Dang.
The answer is 708.
I was going to say that.
387 in college, 95 in the NFL, 226 in the CFL.
Daggum.
So 708. Justin doesn't care about this stuff, but I do want to bring it up to him to say, hey, man, play 3 more years, get you 1,000 career catches. Yeah. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
That's a good milestone number.
How old is he?
Oh, what do we got?
His
so he don't have any catches?
Yards per game. Yeah, he did, but not as many because he was a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So he only
Can we
had
add to the total?
8.
8? All right. 716.
Hey, I was right.
But that's just varsity records that they have.
All right, does his JV coach tuned in? We're gonna try to get to 1,000 with this guy.
How old is Justin?
30. We just looked it up. 33. Is that what
33.
we said?
Oh, he can play 3 more years.
Yeah. I mean, he just led the league in catches.
And you only get 3 downs in the CFL, so it's not like his body's going to deteriorate as much.
Great thinking.
I forgot it was only 3.
I did too.
Yeah. Look at me.
Hey, let's ask him about that next week.
Wait, so you got 1, you got first, second down, and you can either punt on third?
Yeah.
What? Interesting.
I forgot about that
weird.
too. They also do that funky run and start thing.
That's weird.
Where they like line up 10 yards behind the ball and they snap it like right when the guy's at the line of scrimmage.
That, the goalpost is in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah, that's
and if you miss a field goal or an extra point or a field goal and it goes like through the end zone, that's a point. Even if you miss it and it goes through the back of the end zone.
What?
How you know so much?
Twitter.
Oh.
I watch every CFL game clip.
Can't get enough of it.
Really
you get the all 22.
Guy.
I bet you're an Argonauts guy.
It's the first name that came to mind.
It's a cool name. All right, we've got football news, fellas. A different, again, CFL, a little different than the NFL. Flag football, a little different than the NFL, I would say. The NFL has given the okay for players to play flag football at the 2028 Olympics.
Huh. That is about as bad as breakdancing.
Dang, I would say it's better than that.
This is not a really fun sport to watch.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Like, we just going to put everything in the Olympics?
We going to put everything in there?
Should there be any competition?
What do you mean?
Like when flag football and stuff like
that. Oh, you're saying us versus the world?
I mean,
Well, in flag football, you just need to be fast.
Yeah, but we got the fastest guys.
Yeah, you can't run over.
Tyreek.
What about the Jamaican, Usain Bolt?
Fast guys.
Yeah, but can he catch?
But don't we have some people in the NFL now that are playing from some of these countries?
No.
American Samoa.
Yeah, we got some of them, but
Frankie Louvu.
They're not really what's Louvu gonna
And there's
do?
a couple of kids from Africa now, right? I don't know. God, there's some offensive linemen and some most of these.
We're talking about flag football, bro.
I know, but I'm trying to think, man. There's athletes out there, but they don't play football.
Yeah.
Do we have Canadians in the NFL?
Bryce.
Got
should defect.
Canadians in the NFL. Let's see if there's any Canada guys out there. Active players. Anybody that could play. Chase Claypool. He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
British Columbia. N'Keal Harry is from Toronto.
Wow.
So you got a couple. Chuba Hubbard.
He's Canadian?
Is from Edmonton.
Cut him.
So they got our running back, Josh Palmer. I like Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
Former Charger, or is he still there?
I believe so.
He's from Ontario as well. So you got some guys. Benjamin St. Just, the Commanders DB, is a Canadian fellow. All right. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of with you, Bryce. It's not a good spectator sport. It's fun to play in the yard.
Yeah.
I don't think anything in the Olympics is good spectator sport.
Okay, but they have basketball and
yeah, that's good.
I like the track and field.
Yeah, somehow that's enjoyable just watching some guys run.
Really
Maybe
fast.
because it's such a great competition and
superhuman.
Yeah. So you won't be jacked up about any flag football?
No.
I just hope they have better. They if we're gonna do it, go ahead and put our good guys in. No Commanders because I don't want them to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But put our good guys in, so we don't do what we did with the 3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah,
and
Jimmer
just send
Fredette.
out some church league guys. It was like me and
what
Brandon.
If it was recently retired NFL.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because how many? I mean, obviously, but how many countries have professional American football in it?
Yeah,
China has it, so I mean, I'm assuming
China.
What? China.
They better start. These countries better start
Germany
today.
has football, but I mean, flag football. I'm as Olympics. I really would for flag football. To me, it's just
It's not like you're the best athlete.
Right.
It's like you're the best dad on the neighborhood bar.
Yeah. Right.
They should do grilling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Let's suit them up.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Where's Tyler Allen?
Yeah,
Do they have fishing?
I don't know.
I think there's
I wouldn't
bass
be
fishing.
surprised if something comes up, but I mean, it's you got. I was an Olympic wrestler. That's talent.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do
Lifting,
they even still
weightlifting.
Are they going to have baseball next time in the summer?
Well, I don't know. I've seen some people committing to the World Baseball Classic.
I'm pumped for
skiing,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Fishing is not currently an official Olympic sport, but it has been proposed and discussed as a possibility.
There we go.
What in the world?
Bryce, could you imagine the pride you had if you could outfish some guy from Aruba or
I know.
Norway?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Norway.
And there's different events. There's ice fishing.
Right.
There's deep sea. There's creek fishing.
Right, yeah. At the Continia.
At the creek. Oh, man. I kind of like this.
Bryce's team captain. Who we got running the last leg?
Now, they do have archery
That's it. I think that's
and rifle. They got.
Because
I
that's-
don't know.
yeah.
I've never held one.
The guy that won the handgun last year.
that from Turkey. Was it right? Turkey.
Yeah, something like that. He's just like he said.
Have
I
you
got
seen that?
I got a gun last
Look
week.
at the.
he did, and he won. All these guys are up here with these special glasses
Look
on.
up
Remember
the
this?
Turkish target shooting. I mean,
It's
it's
the Olympic
hilarious.
target shooter. Just I don't know.
And
if it
he's
was
standing there
Turkey.
with his hand in his pocket.
Yeah, he's just like gangster.
And I mean, he got second place. Like, look at all these different people with all these crazy things.
And he's just a dude.
He's just hanging out.
Dude with a gun.
And it's like a cheap gun. It's not even like they're shooting with like custom made guns, and he brings out Doc Holliday's gun from the antique show.
I mean, it is so
I picked this up on the way here at a mom and pop shop. All right,
just standing there.
I like fishing.
I mean, it'd be cool.
I think that'd be cool.
Whenever I'm at like the beach in the summer and it starts to rain, like a Saturday morning, just throw on some Fox Sports 2 bass fishing. That's always fun to watch.
What about cornhole?
There's no way that's fun to watch.
I mean, if you're just laying around on the couch, enjoying a lazy day.
I mean, if you're gonna throw out random sports, cornhole at least. I mean, to be sure,
Yeah,
over
that
the
takes
years
talent.
they had like horseshoes. To be sure, they did that way back when.
Probably, but that's just not athletic at all.
That's just hand eye.
Then again, you could argue shooting the gun isn't very athletic.
That's true.
If a 400-pound guy could do it, just like a 200-pound fit man.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know.
I would be curious on what the list of Olympic sports are. Maybe on the.
So, what do y'all think you could win a gold medal in?
Oh God!
Out of like all the sports,
probably nothing.
Like,
well, I mean, no, like let's not say we could win a gold medal in nothing.
Okay.
But what would we have the best shot at?
Yeah.
Bryce, you could do archery and shooting because you do.
I guess that could be it'd be a lot of shooting. I mean, I guess that would be able to. Could potentially do that.
They ain't shooting shotguns now, Bryce.
Huh?
They're not shooting shotguns. It's one bullet.
Did you,
There's Olympic skeet shooting or trap shooting.
Well, there you go.
Team Pirate Radio.
Yeah,
right now.
And those people are insane. Like they can make.
They don't throw the ones
shots.
that go.
Do they have darts?
No, this like trap
Barbecue sauce.
I don't know. Darts would be kind of cool.
I'm just thinking of something I could do in my physical shape, like curling, obviously. Winter Olympics.
You sort of look like the guy that was in curling. You just he had a mullet and a goatee. But
Sounds like a good-looking guy.
Handsome
for
fella.
sure.
Handsome fella.
So I could do that only if I could be the thrower, because all that brushing would make me tired. I'm tapping my helmet.
You can squat down like they do.
Yeah, I'll be the squatter. Jarrett, how about you?
I'm looking at them. It ain't looking too good. Oh, croquet.
Yeah, that don't take much.
Yeah, I can win some croquet. Table tennis, maybe.
I mean, I'm just saying, pickleball. The people that are playing pickleball are the people that are too either physically done to play tennis anymore and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't compete with Andre Agassi or Pete Sampras and like some of those guys.
Pickleball's tricky though.
But
Every one of Brandon's references is from the late 80s, early 90s.
I mean, because he's playing professional pickleball now.
Is he really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
God.
They can roll.
Getting on me, and you don't know what you're talking about here, guy.
Okay, is there professional pickleball? How do you know this? Are you watching
he
it?
was on ESPN
On the
other
Ocho?
day.
He watches the Ocho.
Pro pickleball.
I could win in trampolining.
Andre Agassi and his wife, I think it's his wife.
Groff?
Yes.
Steffi
I think
Graf?
They had their own mixed doubles team.
But dude, pickleball's that's pretty.
The PPA Tour. Let's take a break. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown.
I got to roll.
Oh.
I really do. I got to be somewhere in a little bit.
All right. Well, I don't see Jack Sock. I recognize him. Was he? He's a former tennis player, right?
Andre Agassi, pickleball. Google it.
Well, I don't see him up here.
I believe. I mean, I saw they had that whole special event.
I believe you, Michael.
I believe you. All right, B-Man.
Hey, see y'all later.
Final score prediction?
Pirates going to win tonight. I don't know about final score because if we get up by a whole lot, they're probably not going to take out a pitcher and try to save some pitching. So I think it could be out of hand. I'm not going to predict score. We're going to win. We're going to the championship game. I'm predicting that right
We're going to the ship. We'll take a break. Fleet Feet Rundown, Pirate Radio Outdoors. Bryce with a cool video that we put out today promoting the show live at Stroud's Marine. That was cool. We'll talk about that and more. Back with you after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Warm weather is here, and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here. Hot sandwiches are here. The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
QC Kinetics. 252-645-6458. 252-645-6458.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
What's going on, y'all? This is your man, Petey Pablo, and right now you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Raise up!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see Integrity Home Mortgage at their new office location In Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard, Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs to help you get pre-approved. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Start your home shopping process with a call to Integrity Home Mortgage today at 252-714-2076. And chronic joint pain hovers. You never know when it's going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Gerard, too. And this is why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Gerard, they are delivering long-term relief with treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today at 252-645-6458. That's 252-645-6458. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Brilliant. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, Jarrett Watkins, Bryce Williams, B-Man ran out. Let's get our Fleet Feet rundown real quick. A-Harp fired up for some Canes hockey. Tells us about our friends at Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Jared, I saw I heard a number, and it's obvious, but I don't know if I've ever heard it put this way. To win a championship in basketball or hockey, all you got to do is go 12-9.
12-9.
Right? You win each series.
I thought you got to win 16 games.
Okay. All you got to do is go 16-9.
No. 12. Okay, yeah.
16-12.
That's crazy.
That's not a great number. That's not a great record. It's a pretty good record. Now, the problem is you're playing the best teams.
Yeah. Has a team ever gone 7 games in every series? Like, that's insane.
That's a good question. I will look that up. What are the most games a team has played in a single playoff run? But all you got to do, okay, that's what it was. All you got to do to get to the championship is go 12-9. All you got to do to win a championship, 16-12. Simple, man. It's a lot of damn playoff
lose half
games.
your games.
Yeah, lose them all.
All right. Not quite a half.
Lose about 75%. No, even that's wrong.
What is that?
Let's not do math.
I'm glad I brought this up. Jerry is in the PPA, the Professional Putters Association. He has talked about his prowess at mini golf. All that tells me is there are way too many associations.
Yes.
We don't need an association for everything. And Jerry, I'm very proud of you. And Andre Agassi, but like, come on. You in any associations? Wildlife? Waterfowl?
I guess I'm in just into wildlife. Just, I guess if I got my hunting license.
All right. That'll put you into an...
Other than that, no association.
I'm in the Radio Professionals Association.
The RPA.
The RPA.
RPA?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
I'm
good.
in the... PBA, Professional Broadcasting Association.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And there's also a Professional Bowling Association.
Yeah, in that
I'm wondering,
too.
are they suing one another?
Great stuff.
Great stuff. Hurricanes and Panthers tonight, game 1 in a rocking Lenovo Center in Raleigh. It's going to be a lot of fun to check out. Looking forward to that. Also, game 1 in the Western Conference Finals in the NBA. The Thunder and the Timberwolves.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
I'm not into that. I'm into Knicks Pacers just because the history, and I like Brunson and I like Madison Square Garden. That's what's got me somewhat interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you're interested in Thunder Timberwolves, it's really just because you follow the NBA.
And great players, right?
Yeah, SGA MVP candidate. Edwards, great player.
Yeah.
Some people say the second coming of Michael Jordan. Not me.
There's that picture of them beside each other.
Yeah, well, they do that with every young. I mean, they did it with Jimmy Butler for his whole career, and then Edwards came around. It's like, no, this is Michael Jordan's estranged son.
Wait, the second coming of Michael Jordan, is that saying that Jordan's the best and Edwards is going to be better than LeBron? When you say the second coming of Michael Jordan,
well, he's
what does
the
that
most similar playing style
Okay.
since LeBron James, since Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Because LeBron, I think, is more like Magic.
Okay. With a much better shot.
Yeah.
And finishing ability.
Well, I mean, just with like size and athleticism.
Bryce, your thoughts? When's the last NBA game you watched, Bryce?
Oh my God!
Did you watch it growing up at all, or like, did you ever care?
I think
about
there
pro
was
basketball?
one little stint where I may have watched Game 7, but I don't remember when or where
who.
it was or who.
Doesn't know what round.
Doesn't know what.
You're kind of Dirkish. Did you watch any Dirk?
I mean, I've seen highlights
Yeah.
and stuff.
Okay.
But
I was into that championship for some reason. I was really I guess I
Mavs
was
Heat?
rooting against LeBron because
Yeah.
of the
Heatles.
the Heatles, the decision thing.
Yeah.
And I like Dirk. I like some players on that Mavericks team, so I was like really into that finals.
I like those Spurs team when I was coming along.
They were just so like blah, but they were awesome.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker.
Yeah.
But my dad was always like, "This is real basketball." It's like, yeah.
I think when I was younger,
Watch him shoot it off the glass.
Remember like Jason Kidd and stuff. Like when I was
Yeah.
younger playing basketball, I maybe probably followed a little closer.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd.
When I was 8 years old, my dad had us playing boxing one, and I'm like, "This is a little too much." Like,
Student of the game. Hey, I'm trying to think of my favorite finals. Like I loved in the '90s Jordan versus Jazz, Blazers, Sonics.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun finals.
Supersonics. Oh, like I'm kind of like flashbacks, like the old Supersonics, the Jazz,
Yeah.
the Raptors, like when Vince Carter played.
Yeah.
Stackhouse.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Bryce knows ball.
I'm going like way back.
Yeah.
And I remember like Dad was on watching ESPN and this. So yeah,
Yeah.
all those that older when it was real ball. You know what I'm saying?
When they really played ball.
Tim Duncan.
Kids, watch Pacers. Watch Winning Time. Reggie Miller versus the Knicks. It's a fun watch. Let's get our last break in. We'll come back with Pirate Radio Outdoors. We'll get an update on Bryce's trip to Stroud's Marine and find out also what he's been up to on the water, in the woods, or otherwise. Back with you, Pirate Radio Outdoors, after this. You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of a 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers or stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
You love it.
Stella Artois is a word with
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville, where the drinks are cold, the food is fire, and the fun never stops. Check us out every night at 7 for our special events. Tuesday night is Singo, Wednesday Hollywood Trivia, Thursday's Kahoot Night, and Fridays is Tunes and Taps starting at 7 p.m. Don't miss Yappy Hour, Thursday through Saturday, 4 to 7, where we serve up half-priced apps from the toolbox. Make sure to check out our new menu, featuring the taco wrap, North Carolina Cowboy flatbread, and buffalo loaded chips. Check out our Facebook page for more information. Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, where good times are always on tap.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a down day for the stock market. The Dow was down 114 points and closed at 42,677. The NASDAQ was down 72 at 19,142. And the S&P was down 23 at 5,940. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Killing us so bad.
Oh, my God.
All right, Bryce, question from Scott, Pirate Radio Outdoors. Well, it just went away. He asked something like, was there a bass fishing team at ECU when you were in school?
I think there was. Ronnie Moore.
Oh, yeah. I know that name.
I think he did it.
Because now he's on the network or whatever,
on the
right?
Bass Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a cool video of Bryce walking through Stroud's Marine, picking up a part he needed. Bryce, you done anything on the water or hunting-wise this week?
Water. Thankfully, it felt good. You know, after the long, grueling turkey season of no success, finally went fishing and went out to the old wonderful Pamlico and ended up catching some bait. Well, I caught some bait, and then my other buddy Patty brought me some bait that I preferred. And thankfully got into the trout pretty good. Father-in-law Jay caught a 25-inch trout. I caught some upper 20s trout. I guess you call it a tournament redfish. It was 27-inch redfish, and then some other trout and mixed in there as well. So I actually had a very good day. Typically I don't get that good of luck, but it was nice to be out there and catch some fish and enjoy the wonderful water.
Very nice. And what was the part you picked up from Stroud's Marine?
Yeah, so I was like, we needed a key switch for this boat that we were reselling, and go to Caleb and said, man, you got a switch that looks like this or for a Mercury? He said, let me look. And he's rummaging through his stuff, bam, 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 da, 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 and boom, there it is. That's what you need. And I'm like, boom, there we go. And sure enough, boat fires right up. So like we all continue to say, if you got any boat part that you think you can't find online or whatever it is, or heck, want to repower a whole boat, Caleb's got it. And just go to him. He's on turn near Red Oak Fire Department and Rivet Street.
Rivet.
But he's I can almost guarantee he's gonna have a part you need.
All right, Bryce. Good stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Talk to you next week. Shirley, thank you. Boner, enjoyed it. We will talk to you Wednesday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live.